Welcome adventurers, this is Alexander777 and welcome. Today we're gonna do the second part of chapter 4 of Peacetime on on the life and suffering of Sir Brante. Last time we did the last part of it and it's working pretty well for us. So yeah, we're gonna continue playing the game and see if we could finish part like the full Peacetime today. So yes, let's just get started. Okay, okay, so we started the game already, and we're halfway through peacetime. So let's just get started. The Trail of Sorcery. Since the incident with the priestess Aurelia, Patriarch Cassius has mostly retreated from the public eye and stopped preaching. A coincidence no one can say for sure. Not all wishes and missions resemble the pious Aurelia. You still remember Brian, the young boy who went to your school? If you and Tomas have not stopped him, he would have burned the school to the ground. You cannot help but think the Patriarch may be aiding mages and offering them shelter. The very thought makes you uneasy. You share your concerns with Jean and Father Ulrich. Your mentor nods in support. I have seen this before. Junius the Amman, the Patriarch of Astina, attempted to protect a couple of sinners once. There was a priest who was rotting with a witch, and Junius tried to protect them. So perhaps you're right, Alexandrus. Perhaps Sir Cassius has a soft spot for those abhorrent degenerates as well. I say we should investigate. You exchange glances with Jeannie. Both of you still recall the tribunal in Eterna 5 years ago. It is a shame the Order has no way to secretly gather information about the parishes that support the Patriarch. Everyone in those parishes know each and every inquisitor by the side. I intend to ask the secret chancellery for aid. This should be simple matter. This should be a simple matter for them. Sorry guys, Undercover outlaws who challenge and undermine the Emperor's sacred rule. Rebels who pose a threat to the twins. Blessed order of the present, the secret chancellery wages war on all these foes. You know very little about their order activities. The order and the secret chancellery decided to work together. Decide to work together for the long year that follows. They painstakingly search for clues and investigate rumors. You examine each and every parish in Magra, trying in vain to find other mages sheltered by the Patriarch. If such mages even exist, you lose nearby all hope of success. But then on one winter night, your efforts are finally rewarded. The sunset outside the window has turned to dusk, but Jean still has not returned to the war. Normally she would tell you if she were doing something after hours. You grow worried. Seeking reassurance, you approach the champions of faith who have stood guard for the day and ask them when they last saw Sister Jean. Oh wise. Oh, why? Sister Jean left earlier this morning to help the secret chancellery. Their chancellery. Their agent ran up to her at the doorstep. He gave her a sealed note, and they drove away together. He said it was important. They say they found the trail of a runaway mage, somewhere on the western edge of the city, in the warehouse in the old city walls. I say you shouldn't worry. We check a dozen such rumors from their agents every month, but we never find anything. Despite the captain's assurance, you remain apprehensive. You tell Agaronim to gather the champions and check on her. You go to the western edge of Anisode. There are almost no residential buildings there, just ruin and warehouses. In fact, it can be hard to tell one from the other. As the half-crumbled wall on the edge of the city draws near, you feel your heart beat with greater urgency. Your apprehension grows. You come to the warehouse. The door is smashed and ripped off the hinges. The inside is splattered with blood. You see wrecked furniture and soot. An intense battle was fought here. By the basement stairs, you find a small pile of scorched clothes, the last remnants of someone's lesser dead. Oh, it looks nothing like Jean's cassock, thank the twins. Oh, okay, good. There is something on the lapel of the shower jacket, a brooch in the shape of a wheel. This belonged to an agent of the secret chancellery. One floor below you, you hear a blow followed by a woman's muffled moan. Jean could be down there. Captain Agaronim nods like a prayer. He whispers the usual words. Inquisitor Alexandrus, you are a weapon. I now must yield. Strike my enemies down until I tell you otherwise. At his order, the champions of Fae move out. Their heavy boots thunder down the stairs to the basement. You run down behind them. A tunnel, low and dark, Jean is there, surrounded by half a dozen figures. Her face is bruised, her lips cracked, her eyes barely open. Her cassock shows several knife cuts soaked with blood. My God! The unknown thugs turn to face you. They have gunpowders now. You punks! Shoot explodes in the dark, shows flash like bolts of lightning. Screams. One of them summons magical fires in his hands. You clutch hard a thin silver slab with a player to the younger, and the magical flames are doused as the silver melts in your hand. You continue the whispers player, staring straight into the mage's eyes. At this moment in this place, it feels easier than to ever invoke the younger's ruthless law. The mage glances around as the champions of fate push the outlaws back despite the fury of explosive shots. The rebels' weapons are too slow to reload, and in close combat they are clearly weaker. The mage turns tail and runs away down a long dark tunnel. You glance back at Jean. Blood still oozes from her wounds, but more slowly now. Her head has fallen on her chest. Her eyes are closed. Damn! Oh my God. We can only do two choices, guys. We could chase the mage, which will give us Inquisitor power, and Jean will like that. You give the mage chase, leaving Jean behind to bleed. We could heal Jean, which will give us Inquisitor power and more willpower. We could capture the mage. You give the mage chase, leaving Jean behind to bleed. You let the mage cave right now, saying Jean means more to you. Wavering. You give the mage chase, leaving Jean left behind. Or we could help Jean. Let's chase the mage. Like, the champions of fate could probably heal her. Also, she wants us to chase the mage. You leave the narrow room and fighting behind and run after the mage. The tunnel ends in a pile of rubbish, concealing a secret passage. Once you emerge outside, you pray to the younger once again. Grant me the strength to smite my enemy. Bind him with the power of the law. The silver melts away at your fingertips. Another 10 slabs of twins blessed metal has been sacrificed. But they hear your prayer and grant you the power to perform a miracle. A white glow surrounds the mage, binding him, depriving him of the ability to move. Good! He falls down on the road, unable to move or speak. He is scrawny, apparently an adolescent. The champions of fate emerge behind you, batter and scatter from the fight, pushing the bound outlaws ahead of them. Jean is nowhere to be seen. You meet Captain Agaronim's eyes. He slowly shakes his head. Jean has died, a lesser dead, but the sinful mage has been caught. The secret chancellery takes your captive away for question. Is Patriarch Cassius involved in this? You can only hope that you will learn the answer soon enough. Jean returns to the Inquisition ward the next morning. She meets your awkward greeting with a smile. Then, all of a sudden, she grabs you by the arm of your cassock. There's something I wanted to tell you, but not here. Let's go somewhere else. Maybe the yard? The yard of the war is full of sunlight and thick lane in bloom. No window can see you from behind the electrics. I wanted to tell you not to worry about what happened to me. You did the right thing. You caught him. The cause doesn't matter. Our lives are given to us to serve. Her fingers are still there, holding you by the sleeve. You both notice this at the same time. Jean's cheeks grow pink. Softly, you put your hands over hers. You feel as though you are a child under the silver tree again. Her hands rest in yours. You stand like this until the bell rings for the noon sermon. Jean pulls her hand away and looks at you. Her face shows embarrassment, fear, and joy. She takes a step backward, then another, her eyes still meeting yours. Then she quickly turns away and hurries inside, her hand clutched on her chest. Aww. Yes! The Inquisition power! We're gonna be a tyranny. We're gonna get the tyranny of the Inquisition upon everyone, guys. I'm so excited. We want that. We want the Inquisition to be the most powerful people ever. It has been several months since Jean was rescued from the insurgents. You learned that the mage haunted by the secret chancellery was a rebel, a member of a clandestine society who took refuge in a local parish. Father Ulrich took it upon himself to personally interrogate the abbot of the parish. The priest confessed to the crime. He even confirmed that Patriarch was involved. According to the abbot, he accepted the mage as an acolyte at the parish after the Patriarch vouched for him personally. I'm sorry, guys. However, you are aware of the methods Father Ulrich employs to extract his confessions. His confessions, the abbot's words may be far from the truth. You cannot help but suspect that Ulrich made the abbot lay all the blame on Cassius for his own mysterious reasons. Maybe, but he does get information because he causes a lot of fear. Jean, on the other hand, is more eager than ever to believe that the Patriarch's guilty. We must put Cassius on trial before the new sacred conclave. The Patriarch stands before the twins, and they will judge our entire flock based on him. If the newly chosen Patriarch is a heretic, who knows what blasphemous obscenities he will utter in their presence. The evidence you have is not enough to bring the Patriarch onto trial. However, Ulrich intends to use your information to destroy Cassius' public image and his support among the clergy. Your sacred mission is looking more and more like dirty political game, and you find this sickening. Desperate for a change of scenery, you seek solace in a walk through the familiar alleyways of Anisode. You notice something different. An unusual number of the people on the streets of Anisode are armed. Not just nobles, even commoners have defied their lot by carrying small hatchets and clubs stuck in their belts. Father spoke of this at the dinner table last night. The city gendarmes are unable to maintain order in the streets. The commoner members of this lesser quorum are calling for the common folk to fight for their rights, while the nobles are mirroring the ongoing struggle between Archduke Tarquinius Milanides and Imperial Overseer Gaius Tempest. You feel uneasy. People are beginning to challenge Isata's visions of the lots. Too many now reject the divine law that brought order to the Empire by shackling his subjects' destinies to the lots. The Empire is changing, and you cannot help but feel a sense of foreboding as though some dreadful world-shaking event is about to take place. Oh. You do not remember how your legs guided you to the silver tree. As always, a profound sense of tranquility descends upon you. You close your eyes and whisper words of gratitude as you pray. You hear a loud voice in the distance. A monk you have never met is preaching. The most sorrowful thing that happened when the twins descended to our world was their death on opposite shores of the river in Eterna. The elder was torn apart by the mob, whether from love, madness, or some other purpose, we do not know. At that very moment, the younger disappeared as well, gone in a flash of light, and so a brief but terrible time of troubles began. The people were lost, unsure of what to do. The twins have hold them of the peak and the foot of the shining pillar, but before they could tell, the people had to reach the peak and meet them in the hereafter. They were gone. 12 years passed between the day the twins died and the day I sat this beloved discipline of the elder described the twins as will, love, and law in his first book. And then 2 years later, I sat this receive his second revelation, and thus the second book was written. And in this book, the prophet taught us how to live a righteous life and earn a place at the peak of the shining pillar in the hereafter. And all the faithful found peace at last. With this understanding, the three lots came to be. You linger for a moment to listen to the sermon before moving on. You see a few armed men in the slums, and almost no gendarmates, and Isode still seems so peaceful here, just like in the days of your youth. Men and women pass by on the narrow streets, busy with their lives. You hear children's voices in the jar. Two boys are pushing each other by a fence. They are almost the same height, and both are thin, with light brown hair. One of them shouts at the other, "Don't do that! Mom's gonna punish us! She told us to stop." His voice echoes in your head. The water around you ripples and quivers. The colors grow more vivid for a moment. They then instantly turn pale. Everything is getting brighter and brighter. There is light coming from the silver tree. It fills the slums. It hurts to look at it. A brilliant light blinds you. The light draws everything. You see crowds of people. Their faces are blurred and incrustable like faded old paintings. They are listening to a man's silhouette standing before them. You cannot hear his words, but you can feel the love emanating from him. It washes over everyone like a wave of warmth. He's a wise teacher offering guidance to his disciple. A peasant, close up to the teacher on his hand and knees. He's harnessed to a plow. He reaches out in a desperate plea, and the teacher removes the peasant's harness. He helps him to his feet and hands him a sword. And in this act, there is love. You have felt this sensation only once before. You cannot remember when. It is unquestionably endless, absolute. Questionable, endless, absolute. The softest touch is like a hand whipping the tears from a child's face. The next moment, another silhouette appears beside the first. You hear skips a beat. Crime is always followed by punishment. Inevitable, merciless retribution. The judge sentence. This is right. This is how it must be. The judge is here, and he craves justice. The law is one, the same for all. The teacher is alone. His audience disappears, dissolving like shadows. The judge approaches, and the teacher steps towards him. His arms open in an embrace. The judge's sword suddenly rises to meet him. The image freezes before you. Both silhouettes disappear in the light of the silver tree. The sentence has been rendered, the lot fulfilled. Okay. Interesting. So the lots might be the way to follow the twins, but it is hard to interpret it just from a single scene that we saw in our head. Then you are surrounded by the slums of Anisode once again. The encircled crows of the twins feels hot against your chest, burning your skin even through your cassock. Your breath is racked, no blood pounding in your temples. You have just experienced an inexplicable revelation, a vision given to those seeking answers, those such as Prophet Isatis. And this revelation is bursting out of you. It must be interpreted correctly. Oh, okay, Alright, we need Eloquence then to talk to Father Lenar, Eloquence 12 to go to Genie, or go home if you don't have Eloquence 12. Man, thank God we finally hit that thing. Prolong the revelation. That is really good, but we need the Latari ritual for it. Oh, okay, so that's why you want the Latari ritual. You go to the temple by the silver tree to share this revelation with a priest of the new faith. Which will not look on reputation for us, but tolerance of faith is pretty low. Alright, let's see, let me check something real quick, guys. Yeah, you know what, that's fine, let's go to Father Lenar. You walk to Jean's home to share this revelation with a follower of the old faith. Yeah, let's get some tolerance of faith because tolerance of faith is kind of low, you know. So yeah, you don't want to go below 2, I think. So we're gonna go this. Reputation is cute, but honestly, we're not gonna. Honestly, I don't know if I wanna be ennobled by the sword yet. Let's go to Father Lenar. Yeah, let's go to Father Lenar. You enter the temple at twilight. It is empty. Father Lenar walks towards you from within the temple and greets you with a smile. When he sees the trepidation on your face, he grows grave. Are you looking for me, Inquisitor? Has something happened? Without any preamble, you tell him about the vision you experienced in the flash of white light. The abbot listens to you intently. His face grows more and more thoughtful with each sentence you utter, and then he seems to have an epiphany. Brother, this revelation is a sign from the twins, a sign of great mercy to the new believers. It shows that our faith is true. One's lot is not a shackle of stone, not an immutable form that cannot be changed. You saw with your own eyes. The elder took the commoner's lot away from him and gave him a new one, so a commoner may become a noble. Such is the elder's mercy. The elder chose to help people, and the younger made himself their judge. They chose their own lots, and so we most each seek our own path to the twins. And if one path does not suit you, then choose a different path and blaze your own trail to the peak. I'm begging you, please speak of your revelation at tomorrow's sermon. You agree, although you know that openly supporting Father Lenar could deal a blow to your family reputation. Among the nobles, the new faith is still considered heresy for the lowborn. Stefan will surely be furious, but that does not matter anymore. As you walk home, you consider Father Lenar's words again and again. Your doubts grow. The changing of lots was not the most important part of your vision. There was something else, something unjust, yet also orderly and natural. Alright. Stefan Gambit. You have hardly found any time for family matters this year. The events taking place in the city kept you busy at all hours. Tonight you come home extremely late, but the fireplace in the sitting room is lit. By the fire you see Stefan with a glass of wine. Your elder brother has been waiting for you. You take a seat in the chair by Stefan's side. By Stefan's side, your brother keeps turning his glass with his long fingers. Alexandros, we need to have a talk about Gloria. She flatly refuses to behave as she ought to. Her antics are ruining our family's reputation. If this situation persists, nobility of the sword will be out of the question. Brother, I do not wish her ill, but we have no right to sit idle by. Regrettably, Gloria will never truly be a part of the Brante family. Her origins are too tarnished, so it is our duty to find her a new family. It is high time Gloria got married. But we can't just give our sister to a commoner, can we? And how could any nobles wed her, knowing her origins? It's been stumble blocked for a long time, but I finally found a suitable match for her. His name is Josiel Pelletier. He's a young nobleman of the sword. All right, guys, I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Like I'm feeling quite parched, and so yeah. Also, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. I just needed to. I just needed to like check something. He's a young nobleman of the sword, recently graduated from the college, and now he has a position at the city hall. Do you recall a reception several years ago, where he couldn't take his eyes off Gloria? Pelletier has been obsessed with her ever since. Not even her lowly origins can deter him. Admittedly, Gloria does not reciprocate his affection just yet. So let us convince Gloria that becoming Cyril Pelletier's bride is her chance to escape her current situation. And then let us pray she comes to her senses and puts her rebellious ways behind her. Isn't this an ideal solution? After marrying El Pelletier, Gloria will be a nobleman herself, will be granting her the freedom she's craved since she was a girl. And then she can write poetry and do whatever else takes her fancy. I will enter into negotiations with the El Pelletier's family. Rumor has it that Joseph's father already has a future wife in mind for him, the daughter of an important chancellery official. But Joseph's passion must win out in the end, don't you agree? As for you, Alexandros, please help me with Gloria. You're closer with her. You can see how beneficial this match will be. She must fulfill her duty to the family that took her in, after all. Stefan looks at you expectantly. You are at a crossroad. Would you accept your brother's plan or refuse him? Will this marriage be a blessing, and for whom? I don't think so, dude. I will not help you to force Gloria into an arranged marriage. Your words lies through the silence of the sleeping house. You disagree with Stefan and will not participate in his plot against your sister. Stefan does not say anything, but his grip on the glass tightens. Finally, you hear the sound of breaking glass, and glimpsed shards fall to the floor. Stefan pensively contemplates the blood running down his palm. Pity. What a pity, our grandfather. Sir Gregor is no longer with us. He would make both you and Gloria see reason. Neither of you is capable of grasping what family and blood mean. So I suppose I must bear this burden alone. Stefan leaves the room. You are left alone in front of the dying fire. After your conversation last night, Stefan mostly stays silent and treats Gloria with pointed courtesy. The family predicates a collected life of reliefs. Could the feud between Stefan and Gloria finally be over? You are the only one who's aware of the scheme your brother's concocting. A servant wakes you up in the middle of the night. There is a visitor, a champion of fate with an urgent note. You unfold a scrap of paper. Meet me at the Silver Tree. It is urgent. Jean. She would not summon you so late unless it was truly important. Something has happened. Is Jean in danger? The shiny pillar is particularly bright tonight, its light merging with the glow of the silver tree. Jean is not by the temple door. She's a bit further away in the square. She greets you and leads you under one of the tree's enormous roots. It is twisted and bent, forming a peculiar kind of grotto. Alexandros, there is something I must tell you. You are the only person I can bare my soul to. Under the silver tree, no one can ever tell a lie. I will be completely honest with you. Please offer me your guidance. Or if I'm to suffer for our eternity in the hereafter, then tell them this too. Slowly you nod in return. The silver tree tranquility fills you. The woman who stands before you is not an inquisitor right now. At this moment she's a human. A person with all her weakness, mistakes, and inner conflicts. Of course you tell her. You would be glad to offer her guidance. Jean sighs heavily. She's terrified, but her resolve is stronger than her fear. The twins are law and will and love. This is what we tell everyone who comes to us for help. This is what we say so many times. A day in prayer. Their law is clear to me, and I can feel their will everywhere, but what do I do about love? How am I supposed to tell their love from the worldly love that no priests are ever allowed to feel? Do you remember when we first met? It was here, a lifetime ago. We both belonged to the common lot back then. I took your hand in mine. I wanted to keep you safe at the temple, safe from the corrupting teachings of Otis. And that's when it all began. I can still remember how you blush. All my life, service to the twins has been only one true. I know my path and the sacrifices I have to make ever since I was a little girl. I will never be a wife or a mother. I will never live a life of pleasure. Live a life of pleasure, I think. The man, I have been given the gift of truth. I am one who must bring their war into their war. Their war into the world. But you, every day I spend with you is agony. I gone straight. The light of the twin used to be my beacon, but you're blocking it out. This is wrong. I prayed to the twins again and again to set me free from this emotion. I tried so hard to purge the thoughts of you from my mind. Tried to set you as a test. They have set me, but I can't. You are my sin, my torture, my love. I cannot hide from this. Wow. Well, damn. That's intense, guys. Show me the way, please. You're the only one who can do this, and no one else. Jean's hazel eyes are full of tears. The branches of the silver tree grow softly above you. She's right. There is no hiding from love. You cannot resist it. Should you even try, this is a place of honesty. And this love, it fills you both. It asks no question as it guides you towards one another with great certainty. You take a step closer to Jean. Your heart is beating so hard. It feels as though your ribs are about to break. Then awkward, uncertain, but utterly sincere, a kiss. Nice! We got a kiss! For one moment Jean is paralyzed in your arms. Then she responds with passion, with all the love she has professed. This feeling, this emotion, so sincere, so strong. It is a gift from the twins. This touch feels so familiar to you, so frightening to her. Your bodies had never known before, bound and shackled by years of taboo. But right now you are both guided by something more than attraction and loss. This is love, profound and absolute, that wish only they may give. With a sense of awe, you remove the veil from her head. Her hair, it has been so long you forgot what color it was. It is blonde, and it shines like a halo in the silver tree's glow. Jean moves away from you. Her fingers caress your neck. You cover her palms and wrists with kisses, and undo the buttons and bell on her clothing. Oh my god! The fallen leaves are soft, like the softest bed as you lay her down. You cross a line you must not cross, but the power of divine love is irresistible. There are no more secrets between you. You close your eyes. Sight's only a distraction now. You find her lips blindly. You share in passion, Relish her tenderness and put her fears to rest, and she responds to you in kind in perfect unison. All is just as it should be. Warmth spreads through your bodies, like a roaring fireplace on a rainy autumn day, like a long conversation with those you hold most dear. Honesty and awe. You have never felt so alive. This is more than mere intimacy, so much more. It is stronger than both of you. Dine has been shattered. Minutes pass, hours, or perhaps just seconds. Together you seem to share a feudal glance at the entire life you never lived. You lie down by her side, out of breath. Jean nestles closer to you. Her fingers trace the contours of your chest as you stroke her hair. When the sunrise finds you, it catches you by surprise. Jean's body is illuminated by the sun. She blushes and turns away. You fumble for your clothes, averting your gaze and trying in vain to hide your physical and spiritual nudity. You do not look at each other until your bodies are clothed again. We can't deny this. We can't pretend that it didn't happen, but what do we do now? No! We have no! Oh my god! Oh, this is so mean. We can't. Oh, we don't have a. We can't pick anything. Alright, we're gonna read them, but. It was an illusion. The silver tree filled you both with love, but now the illusion is gone. Okay. Willpower. Alright, they're all willpower. It was a mistake. Yeah, both transgender, and there will be retribution. Wavering. The twins have blessed you, for such is their will. These feelings are real. You accept the love you share. We need eloquence 14. Our eloquence is too weak, guys. And we also need Gene steadfast, so Gene 3. This is a test. Alright, it was an illusion. What happened was not your will, it was the will of the silver tree. It filled you with a craving for a love you have never known, but the law of the fate cannot be altered. For priests, physical love and the union of the flesh are forbidden. Jean looks downward. You are both silent. The hum of morning light fills the sum around the tree. A thought surprises you. There were so many people around. It feels awkward. When Jean can finally look at you again, her eyes are glistening with tears. You're right. It was just an illusion. What we did is forbidden. I have to go. As she walks away from the silver tree, her back is unusually straight. She does not want her weakness to show. You look at the tree branches and whisper a prayer. The strength fills your body. The illusion is gone now. Reality awaits. It is time to serve the twins. Alright, that's our first year. The Lost Straw. Rumors are running wild in Anisode. People say that a mysterious clandestine society called the Lost Straw holds the entirety of the city. Underbelly in his cloches with men and safe houses all over Anisode, plotting and scheming against the noble and the rulers of the province. Their leader is a woman, a ruthless criminal by the name of Sophia. She has evaded all attempts at capture. The common people both fear the Lost Straw and sympathize with their cause. If the rumors are true, the city finally has someone who will stop, and nothing to hell the people claim their rights. But who would support this secret organization? And how did the insurgent manage to survive this long? No one in the city knows the answers. Magister Elberman must assuage the people's fears once again. The vile mutinous and heretics who call themselves the Lost Straw will be caught and executed very soon, and anyone who has given them money and shelter will meet the same fate. The secret chancellery will make sure of that. But even facing a manhunt, the men the last straw will still endures. Slowly but surely, the influence of this underground organization is spreading through the city. I feel so bad that we couldn't accept Jean's love, guys, but we didn't have the stats for it. Sometimes, like, the stats do change a lot of things. Thanks to Father Ulrich's effort, Cassius has lost much of his support among the clergy and the flock. But today, the Patriarch has summoned the people of this evening sermon in a clear bid to regain their trust. With several champions of faith for a score, you walk to the square by the silver tree to hear the Patriarch speak. Cassius stands tall above the worshippers, his feet simple, firm planted on the stairs leading into the temple. The old believers crowd the center of the square, while the new believers led by Father Leonard stand on the outer edge. You arrive at the square as the sermon is about to begin. The Patriarch calls for silence and the din of the crowd dies down in an instant. He speaks in a somber voice, clearly chosen for this purpose. As Cassius addresses the crowd, he lifts his arm towards the heavens. As time goes by, the false teachings of Patriarch Fotis are spreading further and further, poisoning our land. Every day I try to guide people to the true path, to save those led stray by the heresy of the new faith. And when I saw that our brethren from the order of the Inquisition had paid us a visit, I felt great joy. For I knew they were here to purge all lies and apostasy from the province of Magra. But then my trust was betrayed. Those who were supposed to guard the true faith deceive us all. Those who have sworn and oath to the twins to purge all heresy now abetted. They were supposed to be my strength, but they have turned against me. Hundreds of eyes turns to you, stern and unblinking. They came here to revile me and besmirch my name. They have clouded the minds of my flock and turned my brethren against me. And now I call upon you, Brother Alexandrus. Brother Alexandrus, you must now answer for your order, for I will tolerate this treatment no longer. Come to me now, approach me and accept my blessing. Kneel before me and kiss my hand, so that all may see that you are humble servants of the Church. Show everyone that the order of the Inquisition stands with the true faith. Excuse me? The crowd parts before you, forming a narrow passage to the temple stairs. The Patriarch's hands... Oh, you little... The Patriarch extends his hands to you. Kissing it will be a public statement, tantamount to acknowledge that the order sides with Cassius and supports him and the old faith. But do you have a reason to challenge the Patriarch? Is this the time to openly confront him and his entire flock? Alright, let's see our choices. We're not gonna pick anything. Kiss the Patriarch's hand, minus Church, Tolerance of Faith 2, Inquisitor 2. That is horrible. We will get reputation and diplomacy, but that is minus 4 to our career. We could refuse. It will give Tolerance of Faith minus 1. It will kill us, even if he gives us Eloquence. No, I do not want to take a death for Eloquence, I'm sorry. We could accuse. We can accuse Cass. Okay, so we could kiss it. He'll give us reputation. Refuses will give us Eloquence and kill us. Alright. Kiss the Patriarch's hand. You make peace with the Patriarch, publicly reassuring the people and Cassius himself. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We could refuse. The order of the Inquisition does not submit to the Patriarch. You make this clear to everyone. That will kill us. Willpower 0 out of 30. Master Ulrich. Cassius is a liar and an apostate. The order will find the true and all shall be revealed. I like that a lot. And we have Father Ulrich's master. Rely on the new believers for support. This will increase Tolerance of Faith and Inquisitor power minus 1. This only gives us Inquisitor power. You call upon Father Leonard to stand with you against Cassius. Wow. Alright, we're going to do accuse Cassius, guys. This will give us battle. We will lose 10 willpower, but it's fine. Reputation and Inquisitor power. Let's go. We have the willpower. The Patriarch sermons. Cassius thinks you're trapped, cornered, but he has underestimated the force of your will. Hundreds of eyes are trained on you, but you withstand their attention with ease. They are all without will, as if the Patriarch who leads them. You address Cassius just as Ulrich taught you. Your voice is a command. You are filled with an overwhelming confidence in your truth, devoid of all doubt. The Inquisition does not need the Patriarch's blessing, you say. The champions of faith obey the twins, and them alone. The blessed mission and goodwill of those who serve the order are beyond all doubt. You need no law, but the law of the younger. No love, but the love of the elder. You will not lie, and you will not resort to half-truths. Only a weak will stoop to such low cunning. And so you proclaim aloud, the order of the Inquisition is investigating the Patriarch so that he may face the highest trial of the faith. Only the sacred tribunal may judge the accusation against Cassius. Your words ring through the square, followed by silence. So the rumors are true. The Inquisition supports the skepticism within the faith. Your order has come to Magra to lay waste to the true faith in this land. Your order is working to blacken my good name among the clergy and my flock. Your order wishes to put some new believer heretic in my place so that he may poison people's hearts with his false teachings. You have all forgotten the law of the younger. For each and every crime there will be retribution. Cassius' speech is drowned out by the cries of the crowd. You hear a scream. A rock flies out of the crowd and hits the champion in the face. The warrior falls to his knees. The champions of faith draws their sword. The rock was but the first of many. A hail of cobblestones come flying all at once, aiming for the heads of your soldiers. You cannot see the faces of those who had the gall to attack the order. Cassius watches you with indifference from the temple's stairs. The rocks continue to fly. One by one, they attempt to find the champion's skulls. But you have no fear. You do not shout, for your voice is heard by all. Enough! The clamor dies. The people around you freeze. The mob parts and recoils. You do not know who had the insolence to attack you yet. But one thing is certain. Retribution is coming. Society, the law. Silence falls. Terrified, the Patriarch looks at you and the crowd you froze with a single word. You and your retinue leave the square. Retribution is inevitable. Cassius will pay for his heresy. Those who walk the path of the will shall never submit to the will of another. Exactly! The hunt for Tomas. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. You are shaving before going into town. You scoop some warm water from the washpan. The morning light, reflected in the mirror, is blinding. A servant rushes in with an urgent letter, or rather, a crumpled note. He says it is from a childhood friend of yours. You flinch involuntarily. A nasty cut appears on your cheek. Alexandros, I'm in trouble. You're the only one who can help me. I already told you about how I got on Commander Sutton's bad side. I went against an order of his. They didn't want to squeeze the last penny from an already poor village. Otton thought me a traitor, and now he's finally found an excuse to take me out. If I don't find a way out of the city, I'll be executed. I did my best to hide, but Otton's henchmen are on my trail. I'm out of time. Brante, if you can, for the sake of our old friendship, help me out of this mess somehow. If Otton finds me, I'll be off to the Shining Pillar in no time. Your friend, Tomas. Oh. You're crushed and know in your hands. A drop of blood runs down your cheek. Your old friend is in great danger. If you don't interfere, Thomas Gary's doom. We don't get involved, we get some willpower, but he will die. Hide Tomas in the temple. You mainly come to your friend's rescue. This will kill us. We cannot take this. Get Tomas out the city. Oh! Path of the Lotless. Archduke Milanida's grateful. Oh, okay. So we don't have gratefulness with him, with the Archduke Milanidas. We cannot do this, right? Like, get Tomas out the city. Felipe Alfaro 3, we do not know. We don't have friendship with Felipe. Oh, my friend, I'm so sorry, but I cannot get involved. I am so sorry. You lower the knowing to the flame of a candle. It is reduced to ash in a matter of moments. You will not try to save Tomas Guerrero. His face in his own hands. It is time for you to go. You have business to attend to. You manage to finish all your errands before lunch. You decide to take the rest of the day off and reward yourself with a stroll through the city. First, you come to the square in the Silver District. Sitting on the edge of the old fountain, you watch the noble carriage pass by. The canopy of a silver tree casts a soothing shadow over you. The sun is well past noon now. You continue your walk. A noisy group of students bursts out of Silver Diver School. The young man has just finished the study for the day. You were a student there yourself not long ago. You decide to watch the sun set by the city wall. You have an excellent view of the desert, painted by the flaming hues of the setting sun. You gaze at the remnants of the wooden fort from your childhood, but it's getting very late. Time to head home. The next morning, a dead body with numerous knife wounds is found near the city gate. A Legion captain by the name of Tomas Guerrero has met his true death. I'm sorry, Tomas, but I cannot die in this run. We cannot permit ourselves to get more deaths. We only have 2 more deaths, but I am not gonna give my life. I'm not gonna give you my life, man. The Archduke relents. Relents. After many years, the smearing and ceasing hostility between Overseer Gaius Tempest and Archduke Menelides have finally come to an end. The Archduke has abandoned all attempts to collect additional taxes from the people. By my grace, I hereby release the common people of Magra from the Archduke tax. All hail the dynasty of Melanides, which has protected you since time immemorial. The farmers and merchants can finally heave a sigh of relief. Unexpectedly, the Archduke soon withdrew from all provincial affairs, sequestering himself in his ancestral castle of Serpenberda. The gentry who remain loyal to the Archduke are baffled. Has he accepted defeat at the hands of the Overseer, or is this just an elaborate ruse? Either way, with the Archduke out of the picture, the senior gentry of Magra have lost some of their influence to the Overseer and his retinue of budding dynasties and nobles of the mantle. The feud between the 2 Argnias rulers have ended, but the noble state has been split nonetheless. The common people see this as yet another reason to demand change. Alright, we improved some of the well of Magra, and some of the power went up. Commoners in power, all nobility in power. Okay. A sinner's confession. Dusk falls after a hot day. The city begins to cool down. The skies grows darker. The pillars begins to shine brighter on the horizon. The people of Anisode leave their homes to enjoy an evening stroll. This is what you see today from the windows of your ascetic lodging at the Inquisition War. How many years has it been since you returned home? What have you achieved in this time? Every year Magra descends even deeper into chaos. The schism between the old faith and the new is tearing the church apart. Patriarch Cassius now openly opposes the Inquisition, and you are still not sure the report against the Patriarch was true. You are running out of precious time, but the truth is just as elusive as it was the day you came home to Anisote. If a priest has questions, who can answer them? Who can guide those who offer guidance? A thin book finds its way into your hands. Profound Revelation, a collection of all known speeches by the elder preserving written by Prophet Isatis. You open the book, and your eyes find the words once spoken by a living God. And the elders say, I and mine own brother did stand amidst the war, and together we reveal ourselves to them in the flesh. And we found them all bestow, and yet they thirst out not, and sorrow did fill our souls, for their hearts were blind, and they did not see that they entered this war as empty vessels. But now they are besotted. Should they reject the wine, they will beg for mercy, but they shall have none, and my brother shall judge them, and each shall obtain retribution in the full measures on his deeds, which I remain apart in my sorrow. As you meditate over this line, you suddenly hear some sort of commotion on the floor below. How strange. The Inquisition war is supposed to be empty at this late hour. You hurry down the stairs. There are several champions of faith dragging a chained man down to the Inquisition dungeon. It is your younger brother. What? Nathan, what the hell, man? Nathan has been spending most of his time away from home lately. You are not sure when you saw him last. His clothes are torn and tattered. His unwashed hair is tangled and stubble covers his face. He's brazenly drunk, unable to stand even from so far away. He reeks of vomit and urine. Inquisitor Alexandrus, I didn't think I'd find you here. My men caught this strong by the temple. People told us he was cursing at the twins and pissing under their statues. Oh my god, Nathan, what the hell? We found him on his knees in a puddle of his own filth. What the... Nathan! He must have been praying for their forgiveness, the fool. Even a child knows the younger never stays his hand. He's so drunk we couldn't even get his name out of him. I'll let him sleep it off before the interrogation if I were you. You thank the captain of this interrogation but insist on interrogating the men right away. As you wish. The night watchmen will be right here. Just give us a shout if you need us. Nathan sprawls on the floor motionless. You hold a thin slab of silver in your hands and pray to the elder for a cure. The silver melts into thin air. Your brother winces and squirms as if in pain, but soon grows quietly. His eyelids flutter open. His eyes are filled with animal terror. Alexandros, where am I? You tell him everything. Captain Algorithm told you just now, then asked Nathan to explain what happened tonight. He sits up, squeezing his knees on his chest. His voice is very quiet. It'll be a very long story, brother. You won't like it when you hear it. But I don't care. If it's you, I'll be honest. I rejected the twins several years ago now. Their will and law mean nothing to me anymore. Our gods are merciless. Their law is ruthless. Their love is an abuse. Their will is tyrannical. What? You cannot help but glance around the interrogation room. Are you sure no one heard your brother's blasphemy? I couldn't live by the law of my birth like Isatis wants us to. I turned to the new faith and I tried to find my own path to the twins, but it just showed me I don't have my path. I don't hate my path. I hate the gods themselves. I met a man once by the name of Father Mark. He was kind to me. He gave me the answers I needed. He guided me to the path I was looking for, a path away from the twins. Mark teaches that the twins are nothing but absolute will, and we're all going to be dissolved in the hereafter. Everything we are will be gone. Mark says that the mortal world is the only place where we're free to reject the will of the twins and live a life of freedom. Only here are we free to struggle against their merciless law and the love forced upon us. Only here in this war can people like me be themselves. Nathan cuts himself short. His eyes are filled with sorrow and disappointment. Mark never told us to pray or perform rituals. He told us to do everything we could to forget the twins exist. We need to set ourselves free from their will, to be who we really are. And I believe him. I rejected the twins, and I found my freedom. I became one of Mark's favorite disciples. You can't even imagine how many important people follow him. Even Patriarch Cassius. He follows Mark's teachings too. I see! Interesting. The great Patriarch Cassius follows the rejection of the gods. Patriarch Cassius, he's been helping wishes and people of other faiths, and people like me. He gave us shelter to hide from your order's spies. He told us he was happy to help somebody, anybody, be free from the twins so we can live our lives as we see fit. But there's just one problem. Most of us don't know what to do with that freedom. You know, Alexandros, I drunk so much. I drink so much wine. I eating all the food no commoners ever supposed to taste. I made love to so many women and men. I felt all the pleasures I could find, but I never found peace. I was just trying to drown out the cacophony of fear and desperation in my soul. He laughs a bitter chuckle and rolls on the sleeve of his shirt. There is black circle around his forearms. Your brother has known unless they're there. I've been drunk for days when that happened. I don't even know what killed me. Can you imagine? But that death woke me up. When I appeared before the twins, I saw them just how wrong I was. Mark, he took them away from me. The freedom he gave me was just nothing. An endless waste of life. I'm already doomed to suffer, but I'm still not happy here, in my worldly life. Nathan points at his chest. He used to wear a symbol of the twins there. Then I started drinking again. I tried to reject everything I felt. That's when I went to the statues of the twins. Scream insults, ask them questions. Why can't I just accept them? Why can't they just accept me? But of course they didn't tell me anything. They never listened. They just picked their word. Then I got down on my knees and I begged them for forgiveness, even though I know they never ever forgive. Nathan looks at you again. Brother Mark's path wasn't mine after all, Alexandros. But there are people, some people who don't have a place in the war of the twins. Please, I'm begging you, have mercy on them. They already doomed in the hereafter. Please let them live their mortal lives in peace. Your eyes are fixed. Your eyes are fixed on your younger brother. This is it. The answers you have been waiting for all along. Have the twins finally heard your prayers? And what do they want you to do now? Judge Nathan and find him guilty. No. I mean, it's this is the option that we take if we don't have the stats. Alright, we cannot set Nathan free. Alright, judge Nathan and find him guilty. We're not gonna do that. That's -1, that's -3 points. The law of the younger knows no mercy. Nathan and all who have turned away from the faith will be caught, and they will be punished. Set Nathan free. The law of the younger knows no mercy, but you do. You will let your brother go. No. Guide Nathan to the right path. Nathan's admonition, 13 theology, willpower, reputation -1. You are priest by your lot. You must guide souls to the true path. Your brother must help the Inquisitor arrest Father Mark. We will get theology and manipulation, -5 willpower. That is absolutely fine. Nathan Brante recruited. Nathan Brante +1. Alright, I'm gonna guide you, Nathan. Your little brother. You can still save you. Alright, let's max out my theology with this choice, guys. A sinner's confession. You asked your brother to recall your conversation by the tree in the family garden all those years ago. He asked you about the twins back then. Can Nathan remember what you told him? Yes, I remember. The twins are always testing us, but they don't hate us. They came down to our war and taught us how to live, so their law contains their love. That's right. Without the twins, there is no life, neither in this earthly realm nor in the hereafter. Those who reject the gods die inside and can only eye out a pathetic existence. Father Mark and Patriarch Cassius are dooming the very people they're supposed to be fighting to save. They have failed. They have failed their lot and are now leading their flock to the foot of the pillar. But the twins have blessed Nathan with a revelation that can save people. The twins show Nathan a path to them, and now they are giving him a chance to stop Mark and his perverse teachings. The twins want to save Mark's earrings, apostles, and return them to the bosom of their truth. Nathan thinks deeply for a while and answers, "Very well, brother. If you promise not to punish these lost souls, but only offer them salvation, I'm willing to aid you." You ponder what to do about your own brother. If Nathan stays until dawn, Ulrich will surely get his hands on him. You quickly walk upstairs. What is it, Inquisitor? The prisoner has confessed his misdeeds and is ready to be punished for them. Astonishing. I was certain it was impossible to get anything out of that drunkard. What is his punishment? You sentence your brother to the usual punishment for drunkenness, 7 days with an iron chain around the neck. He will endure the sporting and the shame that comes with it. You accompany your brother out of the Inquisition war by the grey light of dawn. Nathan walks slowly. The metal ball chained to his neck weighs him down. Soon the pain will make him scream, but this punishment is nothing compared to the crimes he has committed. So, about Father Mark, listen. He's planning to go gather his supporters at the country mansion of a nobleman named El Gautier. There are usually several guards at meetings like this, and they're ready to sound the alarm at the drop of a hat. They'll definitely notice a group of men, but a single person won't seem suspicious. The password of the meeting is Alice. I hear it's the name of a woman Mark used to love. Interesting. Talk to him. I think you'll both have something to say to each other. You ask Nathan why he decided to share this with you. You have something the twins don't have. And what is that? Mercy. Mark isn't a bad man. You'll see. You help me. Maybe you can help him too. You cannot promise that. Father Mark is an apostle and a renegade. I see. The next morning, your brother's shame makes your family the talk of the town. Stefan is livid, but the rest of the family just feels sorry for Nathan. Then, as noon approaches, Inquisitor Ulrich sends for you. He wants to see you right away. You meet at the chapel near the Inquisition war. You are alone in the house of the twins. Surely you were not expecting to conceal yesterday's incident from me. I have questioned the witness. Your brother's actions call for a more severe punishment. You allow your feelings and family ties to await your duty as a servant of the twins. This is unacceptable. Father Ulrich's right. You are ready to accept any punishment your mentor deems necessary, but first, you have urgent news to deliver about Patriarch Cassius and his apostasy. Ulrich outgrows why. You tell your mentor about Father Mark and his connection to the Patriarch. The Inquisitor nods in approval. Very good. Your punishment can wait for now. Go find this Mark and take him to our dungeons. There's not much time left until the next sacred conclave. If Cassius is indeed a heretic, we must expose him before he's elected Patriarch again. You convince your younger brother to betray Father Mark and his disciples. Perfect. That's okay. Maximum theology. I'm a prophet, guys. Uncanny. Could be clever. Alright, you know what? I actually want to check out my stats real quick, guys. Diplomacy 14, Valor A, Theology 20, Eloquence 12. Yeah, my Eloquence should have been higher, but I made some choices on the previous chapters that didn't give me as much Eloquence as I would like, because I was trying to roleplay my characters as best as I could. So my best stats are Theology and Diplomacy, as of now. Theology is really high, so this is kinda carrying us. Eloquence could be higher, but theology is like saving our asses. Diplomacy is also interestingly high, and this is kinda helping. It is quite late at night. The cold air of the desert burns your skin. You are accompanied by Jean, Capitan Agaronim, and his champions of faith. You are on your way to El Gautier State. Father Mark will preach there tonight. Your plan is almost complete. There are only minor details left to discuss. My squad and I will be right nearby. We'll rush to your aid if you need us. Be careful. We don't know what to expect of these renegades. Try to arrest Father Mark, but do not take any unnecessary risks. Inquisitor, you are heading to the enemy's lair to act as my weapon. When the time comes, smite the heretics mercilessly with the power of the twins. Absolutely, David. You promptly don inconspicuously travel attire instead of your usual cassock. There are priests among Father Mark's followers, but it is best not to attract attention. You saddle up and ride towards the state. The entrance is guarded by our men. You give them the password and proceed to the courtyard. You see several dozen people in the house. The cavernous main hall is lit by flickering candlelight. You see many commoners and a few noblemen seated around the tables. You spot armed guards by the windows and doors. You take a seat in the corner far from the large groups of people and await the beginning of the sermon. Oh, we met this guy before. Like on chapter 3. A short stout man steps on a little pedestals. He's wearing the brow cassock of a clergyman, but without any symbols of the twins. The audience greet him with cheers. He responds with a charming smile and raises a hand, calling for silence. Greetings to you all. I see some new maces among us. You came to this house because you can find no refuge elsewhere. You came because you have questions no one's willing to answer. Why are the laws of this world so cruel? Why is your life, regardless of your state, full of torment? Why are the ways of this world so unjust? And I answer, yes shall I know the tree by the fruits. The twin gods created this world with their will. The twin gods bestow their law upon us. The twin gods fill the war with their love, but their creation is unhonorable. There is no mercy in it, no joy, no kindness. If the world the gods created is so cruel, the only conclusion is that we have a very cruel gods. A stern murmur goes through the audience. What the twins do to us with their will, their law, and even their love is a violation. They take our lives away, subjecting our existence to their will. Our happiness and joy is of no consequence to them, nor are our desires and hope. All they require is servitude and unquestioning obedience. After we die, the inevitable await us. We will be dissolved into the boundless will, submitted to their absolute law, and drawn into the merciless love. Our will shall be no more. In the hereafter there is no I, just they. We will cease to exist. So it makes no difference what we face after death, whether the peak of the pillar or the food. It is all the same, eternity, dissolution, and oblivion. But despair not, brothers and sisters. As long as we have our worldly life, we do exist. As long as we live, we can still discover ourselves and become what we want to be, not what they want us to be. So we must cast aside the twins and live our lives in this world without a second thought for our cruel gods. We're all doomed in the hereafter, hence we are free now. I mean, I'll be honest, there's a lot of logic to his speeches. There is definitely a lot of logic to what he says, but for someone who believes in anything, all of these words do kind of come across as someone who's just an atheist. There's a lot of people who are atheists nowadays, but I believe in God myself. And if someone were to speak like that, I would not be following them or listening to them. Because yes, it's true. They have the right to believe in whatever they want, and I have the right to believe in what I want. So I would not be on a fight with them, but I would also not trust them per se. Especially if they were supposed to be a priest. Like this, that it will be like quite a lot. I call upon you to rebel. Without a spiritual rebellion, we will all become slaves to their will for the rest of our lives. We will miss our only chance to live beyond the bounds of their pitiless law, and our lives will be no different from the hereafter that await us. The listeners meet Mark works with hushed awe. But be aware that the path of deliverance is hard. Freedom is a burden, and it can break the spirit of even the most stalwart and wise. You think of Nathan lying on the dungeon floor. Patriarch Cassius was our brother, and followed our teachings. He protected those in need of salvation, and freed us who could no longer bear the will of the gods. But Cassius embarked upon the path of rebellion in an attempt to become like unto a god himself. I taught Cassius to forsake the divine laws, but what he heard was, make your own law. I taught him to say those who suffer from the will of the twins, but he heard, subject the word to your own will. Patriarch Cassius wants to defy the twins and forcibly liberate people of their own oppression. His intention is to spread my teachings, turning them into a new prison for this war. Okay, so Patriarch Cassius is an ass. At least Father Mark just wants people to be free. And I do agree with freedom. 100%. I believe on freedom 100%. I am all soul for freedom. But yeah, Patriarch Cassius wants to become a god? I mean, I guess it's not different for Father Ulrich, so we shouldn't be hypocrites, because right now like we're kind of like trying to follow someone who's doing the same thing. I tried to make Cassius see reason, but a man who considers himself equal to the gods is deaf to the words of a mere mortal. I cannot stand against him, and I will not support him. This is the reason I'm leaving Anisode and Magra tonight. We meet for the last time. Mark steps down. He's instantly surrounded by people. It is time to decide what to do next. Make a deal with Mark. No, my eloquence, like I hate not having enough eloquence, but it's fine. So tolerance to fates 4 and eloquence 13, I can make a deal with him. Evidence against Cassius. Mark will be allowed to leave Magra in exchange for evidence against Cassius. Alright, lure Mark into a trap. Nathan Brante recruited. Nathan will help you lure Mark out of the house. Inquisitor power +2, which we don't need that. Lurelens -1, reputation -1, scheming 1, and we get Father Mark in prison. And the evidence. Cashier Mark will give me 1 dead, will give me valor. It will give me bow Inquisitor and tolerance, but it will die, but it will imprison. Alright, let's lure Mark into a trap. You look for Nathan among the crowd. As promised, he's here, keeping quiet in the shadows and trying to catch sight of you. You sit down next to him. He flinches a little, and ennoble touches his neck. The wounds from his punishments have not healed yet. Oh, it's you, Alexandros. I'm not used to seeing you dressed like that. Well, how can I help? How can we save all these people who have lost the twins on their hearts? The first thing to do is to get Mark out of the house. Nathan nods, perplexed. Father Mark likes to smoke his pie outdoors. I'll try to persuade him to take a walk. I hope you know what you're doing. Meet me at the back door. Nathan leaves the table and goes straight to Mark. You hope he will not let you down. With a glass of wine in your hand, you go outside and pretend to be enjoying your drink and the coolness of the night. The suspense is painful. Each minute lasts forever. Several people pass you by. Eventually, you hear some familiar voices. Your neck looks awful, Nathan. I told you time and time again. Drunkenness isn't freedom. It's just another kind of joke. The gift of this world must be enjoyed in moderation. You find the sliver slab in your pocket and close your eyes for a moment, praying to the younger for a miracle. The voices are drawing nearer still. You're right, Father Mark. Don't worry, I learned a lesson I won't soon forget. The sound of their footstep is very close now. You see Mark appear in the door frame. You promptly lift your arms, allowing a miracle of the twins to be performed. The burning hot silver disappears. A white flash lights of the night. Jean will surely see the signal. The preacher's body falls to the ground. With a sharp cry, you order your brother to get behind you. You hear running footsteps, the champion of fate rushing to the yard. A fight erupts. You hear feet stamping and steel ringing all over the mansion. Jean walks to you and points at Mark. It's that him? You're not. Excellent. For the first time in a long while, a smile appears on Jean's face. And we got you, you punk. The twins apostle was captured thanks to you. I know, my tolerance could be higher, but... reputation could be higher, but it's okay. Evidence against Cassius. Gather evidence. You now have irrefutable evidence of Cassius' apostasy. The key to bringing the Patriarch down. Perfect. You managed to arrest the blasphemous priest. Good. The sentence. Okay. Right to defend the faith, the Latari ritual. You now have irrefutable evidence to Cassius' apostasy, to key to bring the Patriarch down. And then... okay, that's good, right? Right to defend the believers, the Latari ritual, collapse. We don't want the collapse, okay? The ritual could have been actually really good, I'll be honest. But it's okay. It's okay. Alright. Let's see what the evidence does. Okay, so we have evidence, but we don't have tolerance of fate. Right now, we can either, we might either end up doing Cassius face the tribunal, or Shadow of the Will, or Ulrich's bends the city. Those seem to be our endings right now. The morning is cold and the entrance to the Inquisitor War. You see a furious crowd. Among them are both commoners and nobles. The townspeople demand the execution of the captured Father Mark, and their numbers are quickly growing. The champions of faith are guarding the doors from the mob. Jean's angry voice is here from the stairs. Go away! The Inquisition will not allow mob rule. The investigation is still underway, and only the Inquisition will decide when it ends. The mob is outraged. You squeeze through the crowd. Jean gives you a nod. You enter the ward together. You ask, how is the Mark interrogation going? Ulrich still won't let anyone into Mark's cell. It has been 4 days. I do not know what he's doing there. Meanwhile, Cassius gives one sermon after another, accusing the Inquisition of harboring heretics. Jean suddenly stops. Ulrich goes up from the dungeons. The hemline of his cassock is splattered with blood. The senior Inquisitor greets you with a content grin. The old man has finally told me everything I need. He turned out to be tougher than I expected, but everyone has a breaking point. So Cassius planned to desecrate the sacred conclave. He was going to address the gods with the words of heresy. Mar gave me the names of the priests who promised to take his side. Brante, you did much more than catching a dangerous heretic. With his evidence, we will bring down Cassius himself. Father Ulrich, have you seen the crowd that gathers under our windows? Cassius has been accusing us of inaction for days. People came here to demand the execution of Mark. If we have all the evidence we need, isn't it time to burn the heretic at the stake? Cassius cannot tell me what to do. The heretic will die when I let him die. And that won't happen before we make sure he has told us the truth. We have to find everyone he has named. Let's start right now. I will visit the temples of the Silver District. Sister Jean, you are going to the slums. Brother Alexandros, you should stay To guard, Mark. You walk down to the dungeons. A ray of sunshine from a tiny window casts some light over the figure of the prisoner. Mark looks drowned, his body mutilated. There are bloody bandages on his hand. He is restrained so he cannot take his own life. He is but a pale shadow of the once cheerful preacher. Only his eyes remain as alert and perceptive as ever. He greets you with a gap-toothed grin and speaks to you in a hoarse voice devoid of any rancor. Good morning, Inquisitor Alexandros. You know, I love winters in Magra. The snow-covered sand looks so peculiar. In the morning, the horizon looks like a cave with frosting on it. It's too bad we can see it from here. You know, your brother's a good boy, but his spirit is weak. I wanted to ask you, Alexandros, how did it happen? Where did I go wrong? Why did he betray us? You answer Mark's question truthfully. You tell him that Nathan suffered a lesser death and was free from the delusion of his false teachings. Mark responds with a sad smile. So that was it. Believe it or not, I have never suffered a lesser death, and it seems I will not have a chance to. Truth be told, I have always feared meeting the twins, and apparently I was right. We have no way to oppose them there. No one stronger than the gods, so I can only forgive Nathan. I hope he finds enough strength to forgive himself. Tell him that I hold no grudge against him. Man, why are you making me feel bad about Father Mark? You hear the distant clamor of many voices through the windows of Mark's cell. Hurried footsteps echo the stairs. Capitan Agarani enters the hallway. He is deeply distressed. Inquisitor, a huge procession led by Patriarch is approaching the ward. Apparently they want to pass judgment on Mark the heretic. I command my men to defend the main gate. The smile on Mark's face fades away. Replaced by sorrow, exasperation, the bruises makes it hard to tell. Another disciple who has betrayed me. But Cassius does not deserve my forgiveness. Okay. The floor is shaking, resonating with the footsteps of the crowd. You can hear the Patriarch's voice faintly through the window. Follow me, good people. If the Inquisition cannot rid us of this heretic, we will do it ourselves, for the glory of the twins and their law. The congregation echoes his speech. Not even a squad of champions say will be enough to keep the throw at bay. You need to act quickly. Send for Jeannie and Father Leonard. Oh, if we do this, we get +2 with the Inquisition and +2 with the tolerance of faith and reputation. Like, this is a really good choice. They will help you stop the vigilance and make sure Mark gets a proper tribunal. Oh, he gets through that. Okay, I see. We need eloquence 15 and G needs to be at 3, so... Okay, send for Ulrich. He will give us eloquence and reputation. I mean, release Mark from captivity, Mother Mark's free, theology, or we can over Father Mark, which will make the tolerance of faith and the Inquisitor power suck. We will not be dealing with this. That's fine, send for Ulrich. You command Algarini to send Inquisitor to Ulrich. I see to it, Inquisitor. What about Sister Jean? Just shake your head. She will not understand the methods you and your mentor must use. You follow the captain to the yard. The main gate is guarded by champions of faith. They stand with swords and spears lifted, waiting for the approaching crowd. Amidst the cacophony of furious shouts, you hear the Patriarch's commanding voice. I and the people who follow me bring the law of the twin gods. Mark the regenerate must die. The Inquisitor is dragging his feet and will not hold a tribunal, so it is my duty as the head of the church in this land to smite the apostle. You step forward. Cassius gazes at you with a clear sense of superiority. He has his entire congregation by his side, while you have only a handful of champions. Inquisitor Alexandrus, pray be reasonable. The citizens demand that the heretic be put to trial. Why does the Inquisitor defend him? Cassius takes a step forward. You remain motionless. You cannot allow your doubts and fears to cloud your judgment. There can be no deliverance or appraisal, only absolute certainty in your chosen path. You tell the Patriarch that he is not allowed within the domain of the Inquisition, nor are any of these people. Hundreds of pairs of eyes are on the Patriarch. His lips are trembled slightly. He stares at the spears and the blades. Cassius is about to say something, but Ulrich's voice cuts him short. Your mentor makes his way through the crowd like a hot knife through the butter. The Inquisition is not subordinate to the will of the people. People are sinful, foolish and dangerous, especially when they are gathered in hordes such as this one. The Inquisition is subordinate only to the will of the twin gods, their law and their love. Cassius struggles to answer but cannot seem to find the words. Your teacher stands by your side and addresses the crowd. Those gathered here today will spend eternity in suffering at the foot of the pillar for disobeying their lot. The man you have chosen as your pastor is leading you down the path of vice. This is your crime, and the punishment is inevitable. You will be punished in the name of the younger. Now leave. Your teacher words strike fear into the hearts of the common folk. The crowd begins to panic. Some retreat hesitantly, while others drop to their knees. The crowd is dispersed within minutes. Cassius leaves too, his fists clenching perturbation. You made the right choice in sending for me, Alexandrus. Cassius is weak. I saw that today. We got everything that we need from Mark. Burn him at the stake at sunset. Mark's execution, much anticipated by the crowd, passes quietly without drawing any attention. The exhausted priest remains silent. Only the accusatory glance he casts at the shining pillar betrays his feelings. The Inquisitor and the Champions of Fate watch you as you pick a torch and hold it over the pile of wood. It's a time to pass the sentence. In the name of the younger, Mark, who once observed the law of the priest, is hereby condemned to true death. Worldly justice has been done. The judgment of the gods away. The priest's eyes are fixed on the flames. You can clearly see the fear creeping onto his face. As strong as he may be, Mark now faces the inevitable. You unclap your hand. The flames spread across the dry wood. Cracking, the fire blazes up. Mark perseveres for a while, but when the inferno ensures his body, he screams in pain. His last words are carried into the winter sky. Naught but the prison of their will awaits you. Cherries every day as long as you remain free. The cries die down. The Inquisitor blazed themselves with the sight of the twins in grim silence. The mantle of snow covering the sound turns black from the ashes failing from the fire. And Mark has met his last end, guys. We will not submit. +1 reputation again. My willpower's going down, but we probably are still fine. Execution of Father Mark. The heretic went to face the twin judgment. Eternal torment at the foot of the shining pillar awaits him. That's fine. The fire. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. It is a beautiful morning. You are accompanying Inquisitor Ulrich to the site of a recent fire. A new temple on the western edge of the city was burned down that night. As Inquisitors, we have to visit this smoldering ruins, but I have no intention of staying long. This temple is no great loss. It was built with the donation of new believers, hoping to find spiritual refuge there. I don't think the Inquisition should waste its time looking for the person who started the fire. The scorched frame of the temple resembles an enormous skeleton. An acrid stench hangs in the air. The parishioners who fought the fire all night are wandering above, and dazed and covered in ash. You find the old abbot at the temple. Father Ignatius sitting by a tiny pile of savage items. His gray eyes are full of tears. Inquisitor, just look at this. We collected donations for 4 years to build this temple. People gave us the last of their money. We almost finished it. The first service was already scheduled. We built a school nearby to teach to local children letters and numbers, but it went up to flame too. The icons of the twins, our books, it's all gone. Those renegades set fire to our temple. No one else will commit such a crime. Tell me, Ulrich, will you find those godless wretches? You would punish them, won't you? I will speak frankly about Ignatius. This new faith of yours is a heresy and must be persecuted like any other false doctrine. The shrine you call a temple was burned down by the will of the twins. Whoever set it on fire did the Inquisition a favor. If we were up for me, both you and Father Leonard would have been burned at the stake long ago. My God! Bro, he just speaks frankly what he feels. The old man is stunned by his directness. He stands up shaking, his voice sounds unusually loud. How dare you say such things? We're out of the same faith. We both serve the twins. We both teach people and set them on the path of the peak of the pillar. And you call me a heretic? You have defiled the laws and the law of the younger along with them. Your laymen heretic this temple without the church authorization. Your laymen study the sacred writings and interpret the laws themselves. Your teachings are a venom that is destroying the ancient order of the blessed Arcanian Empire. I'll be honest, guys, I kind of feel bad about the church being burning in fire, but I honestly feel like that the teachings of the gods shouldn't be changing. It is the duty of our order to protect people from such heresy. Only wooden boards and stones were burned. Human souls were saved. I think our duty as Inquisitors done here, Alexandros. You would like to stay a little longer. As you wish, but do not waste too much time. As Ulrich walks away, Abbot Ignatius follows him with a bitter look. The parishionist gathers around hastily. It is alright, my good people. Despair not. This is not the first time we have been persecuted. It pains me to hear such words from our brothers in faith, from those who are supposed to protect us against the godless. The Inquisition may give free rein to our enemies. The Patriarch himself may turn a blind eye to our grief, but the hatred of men will not block our path of the twins. We will persevere. We will not yield. We will start the collection again and rebuild our temple for the glory of the twins. The parishioners meet the speech with disorder cheers, but you see despair and exhaustion in their faces. Your duty as a priest is to set people on the path of the twins. What's the best course of action here? Let's see. Punish the arsonist. We have to have scheming 10, and with Inquisitor power -3. You will investigate the arson even if it means going against Ulrich. We will not rebuild your temple. -2? Well, nah man, I'm already broke. Like +2 tolerance of fate, theology 20. You know what? Let's get some eloquence. -1 tolerance of fate, and the new faith's gonna start being persecuted now, which is bad, but too bad. Here and now, you will admonish the parishioners of the burned temple and bring them back to the old faith and the laws. Sure, I will. You raise your hand calling for attention. In their love, the twins gave us the law, and this law established the order that the empire must follow. These people must renounce the false teaching of Fodes and return to the true faith. They must remember the laws and observe them humbly and obediently. The temple that burned down will not be restored since it has no place in the city. Such a temple does not belong anywhere in the empire, just as the teachings of new faith does not belong here. As he listens to your speech, Abbot Ignatius only clenches his fist in frustration. Seeing that this is the only answer they are going to get, The people slowly leave the scorched wasteland. You look at the short statues of the twins. Their blackened faces appear twisted in rage. The persecution of the new believers is getting more and more aggressive. The only safe place left for the followers of Odys to gather is the Temple of the Silver Tree, but sooner or later the devotees of the true faith will get to it as well. Yep. The new faith faceless rulers execution through Magra with no hope for reconciliation between the two doctrines. I'm so sorry, but it is what it is, and this is exactly what just happened. The new faith persecuted. Okay. Deathbed. Deafening silence fills your home. You're standing by Mother's bedside. So our father, Gloria and Nathan. For an entire Mother has been feverish, barely conscious. Gloria never leaves her side. Not even for a minute. Not even for a minute. Nathan has even stopped drinking so he can offer your sister his awkward help. Mother's health deteriorated greatly over the past year, and the fighting in the family home has dealt a great blow to her. She has been bedridden for a month. You have been to every doctor and folk healer, but no one can help her. They all tell you the same thing. Lady Lydia's life is in the hands of the twins now. If she passes away, she will not come back. And so you wait by Mother's bed in sorrow, hoping that she will regain consciousness. There is a long silence that no one has the courage to break. Then at last you hear Nathan's meek voice. Mother, it's me, Nathan. Can you hear me? Mother suddenly rises on her elbows. She looks around, her eyes unseeing, beads of sweat forming on her pale forehead. My son, where are you? Nathan takes Mother by her thin, emaciated hand. She leans closer to look at him, struggling to recognize his face. Stefan, were you playing with your younger brothers in the garden? Give me a minute, guys. Sure. Sorry, guys. Just I got like a quick call. Stefan, were you playing with your younger brothers in the garden? You must be all dirty. Come here. You may not be my son, but I care for you as though you are my own. Oh, what a nice happy family we have. A blessing from the twins. Nathan isn't sure what to do or say. Father strokes his wife's hair. His eyes are two oars searing indescribable pain. You're a little confused, Lydia. This is Nathan, and the children are all grown up now, remember? Mother's eyes were bright and alive just now, but the next moment they grow dim again. Her head falls weakly back onto the pillow. You're right, my husband. The children grew up, but I was never able to teach them how to live in peace with each other. I let you down, Robert. You made a mistake when you took me into your home. You saved my daughter and me from a life of poverty, and how did I repay you? Gloria cannot take it anymore. What are you saying, Mother? Don't you dare blame yourself. You did your best. You did all you could. Father looks away, unable to hold back the deluged tears. Mother's voice, so faint now, calls out to you. And Alexandros, where is he? With a great care, you move closer to Mother. You answer quietly. You're here, right by her side. Alexandros, I'm so happy to know you're here. I always knew greatness await you, ever since you were a little boy. What a shame I won't be there to see it. I couldn't save the Brante family. I would say my punishment and my final judgment. But don't worry, my dears. I am ready to stand before the twins. Lydia's Brante voice stressed off, no longer a voice, just a final whispers of life. Will you accept your mother's death, or would you find a way to fight for her life? Alright, let's see. Let's see our choices before we deciding, guy. Accept her loss. Mother is not long for this war, and there is nothing you can do about it. Oh, no, 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 we're not accepting that. You -2 unity, -10 willpower. Lydia, Brante succumb to illness. -1, -1, -1. Alright, share your strength with Mother. Unity plus unity, 8 or higher, willpower more, Mother recovers willpower, or we could, you reinvigorate Mother so she can fight off her illness, or we could unite a family. This will give us willpower. Unity 7 or higher. We have, and we need to have Stefan Brante, no secret blood, Gloria home, Gloria okay, so no secret blood from Stefan, Gloria's at home, Stefan not killing a duel, and Gloria betrayal. Mother recovers, the family at peace. We get some willpower, Gloria home, Stefan at home. For the sake of Mother's recovery, you put an end to the quarrel as tearing your family apart. You have to make Gloria part of the Brante house, even if your name will be forever branded by dishonor. You know what? Let's do it. Let's unite a family once and for all. Who cares about reputation? Yeah, I know it's grandfather's dying wish, but it's not like grandfather did a lot for us, so Mother has been there every step of the way on this playthrough. We're uniting the family, everybody. You refuse to accept this. Mother must not die. The Brante family must not fall apart. For years and years you have fought tooth and nail to keep this family united, working hard to resolve every quarrel. You never conspire against Stefan, and you never stab Gloria in the back. Now it is time to take family matters into your own hands. This family strife must end. You learn down to Mother's ear and whisper, "No, Mother." Mother has not failed anyone. She has always given her all to his family. She has taught us well. She took good care of you. She has nothing whatsoever to blame herself for. Exactly. Your family is torn apart by quarrels, but you are still a family because of Mother. She has no right to abandon you in this dark hour. With a great effort, Mother lifts her head slightly. She looks over the face of her family huddled around her bed. Gloria, with her arms fall on her chest in an unspeakable prayer. Nathan pressing himself timidly against her sister. A faint, humble glimpse of hope piercing Mother's eye. We are still a family? You stroke Mother's hair gentle. Yes. Yes, we are. We're all Brantes. We're all a family, and as long as we remember that we are one, we will weather any storm and overcome any strife. Times are changing, and the family must face these changes. But was it not Mother who taught us to face life with humility? Suddenly there's a fury of footsteps outside the door. To everyone's surprise, Stefan runs into Mother's bedroom. Flustered, he has been gone for so long. Frightened, Gloria lifts from her seat and stands between him and Mother. But Stefan ignores her and walks straight to the bed. Lydia, how are you? I hurried back home as soon as I could. Your words and Stefan sudden shows of concern. Transform Mother, bringing her back to life before your very eyes. She sits up in bed. The color returns to her pallid cheeks. Mother, you're not leaving us. Brother, your words are better than any medicine. Lydia. Alexandros is right. I simply cannot abandon you like this. The twins only know what you will get up to without me around. You look back at your flustered family and address them fervently from the bottom of your heart. We nearly brought a terrible woe upon ourselves, you tell them. This is all the result of our strife, mistrust, and animosity. You start first at Stefan, then at Gloria. They both remain silent, burning with shame. You say that this cannot continue. It is time for them to wise up and stop scheming against one another. You think I wouldn't love to live in a calm, peaceful home? I'm just defending myself against Stefan's attempts to dry me out. He's the one who's obsessed with our family's reputation. Agitated, Stefan interrupts her. All I'm doing is trying to build a life for you. We can't legally accept you into our family just like that. Don't you understand? The Brante family has to be ennobled by the sword. There's nothing more important than that. But then Stefan glances at Mother, who returned from the blink of a mere moment ago, and his voice trails off. You ask your brother sternly, has he considered the price our family must pay to be ennobled by the sword? Is Stefan ready to sacrifice a family just to have it ennobled? Brother, we're just a step away from fulfilling our grandfather's greatest mission, and now you want to reject it? Oh, yes! I do! Grandfather never did anything good for us, Stefan. You replied to your brother calmly. It is time for us to decide what is most important, our family standing or our happiness. Stefan grows quietly as he ponders your words, but Father suddenly interjects. And we will choose happiness. Stefan, I am the Brante's Patriarch. I bear the responsibility for our family. And if the road to the war, to the sword will cost our family this much, then we must remain as we are. Stefan is silent. His throat twitches now and then, as though he's trying to swallow something. Gloria and Nathan watch him, both hopeful. Your elder brother stands up and starts pacing around the room. His face is convulsed. He's on the verge of tears. Father, Alexandros, I agree. I need to acknowledge that I have failed to fulfill your grandfather's wish. Well, so be it. Perhaps future generation of Brantes will be ennobled by the sword, but right now, our duty is to preserve this family. Gloria, for the sake of our entire family, you must become a Brante once and for all. Gloria's mouth is agape. She cannot believe her ears. You reach over and give her the smallest push. Ever so slowly, she walks towards Stefan and bows. Stefan, I never dreamed you. I'll never forget this. Father opens his arms wide for Gloria's sight. Dishonor does not frighten me. Gossip does not frighten me. Come to me, my daughter, Gloria Brante. We're a family. Gloria falls on her adopted father's shoulder, rocked by silent tears. Father. You join the embrace. Gloria squishes your hands in hers. Your sister's eyes gleaming with joy and gratitude. She looks away to catch Stefan's gaze. He smiles at his sister with a mixture of grief and happiness. Your family stands together, embracing over your mother who's too happy to speak. Your family is united at last. Yes! Days pass and Mother's condition continues to improve. The illness that once seemed so intractable slowly releases her from his clutches, and the enmity between Stefan and Gloria, the strife that has poisoned the family, is now finally gone. Your sister was adopted by your father and is now the Brante. Your elder brother would remain a member of the Brante family. We reach maximum unity, guys. Harmony on the house. Let's go. We got some willpower, and we save Mother's life. Help Mother recover from her illness. Let's go. Mother finds the strength to recover from a great illness. Yeah. Find a way to bring your family together. The family at peace. Okay, so you find a way to unite the Brante family and end all the strife at home. Perfect by me. A moment of respite. This event is consequence of your previous action. So because we hit like 10, this is really good, I think, right? Like if we hit 10 on like any of the stats, reputation or like money, your work for the day is finally done. You hurry to the family home where peace and tranquility dwell again at last. Still, you have grown used to the idea that this peace could be disrupted at any moment. As you enter, Father walks down the stairs to greet you. He smiles happily and warmly. Alexandros, my dear son, you're spending so much time at work. Look, you can barely stand. You need some rest. Please stay at home with us for a while. Surely you're working away. You earned yourself a moment of respite. You consider his words for a moment and agree. Overjoyed, Father takes your hand and leads you into the sitting room. You spend several days resting in the family's home, where your troubles are distant and your family's close. They tell you their news. You carefully share yours. You spend the evenings together on the porch, just like in the good old days, listening to Father's story of your family's history, sharing laughter over memories of childhood. It is late now. Cycads buzz quietly in the garden. The windows of the bedroom glow with a warm light. You recline in a wicker chair with a glass of good wine. There is no place like home. Alright, we got friendship with Stefan. What mother recovers and the family at peace. Gloria, okay, let's that was pretty good. Stefan, 1. Robert, 1. Oh, Lydia, 1. Nathan, 1. And Gloria Brante. Gloria Brante. They changed her name, guys. Wow. Yeah, before she only used to be Gloria, but now she has the last name. That's awesome. And we earn 1 friendship with everybody. Oh my god, and 10 willpower. That's amazing. Okay, that was worth it. Alright. Gloria of the House Brante. This event's a consequence of previous action. Gloria home, the family at peace. Alright. The sitting room is brightly illuminated by dozens of candles. Today, the tapestry bearing the Brante crest, an oak branch racking change, hangs above the fireplace. The petitions have been granted and the paperwork is ready. Today, Gloria will join the Brante family and become your father's lawful daughter. Gloria is standing by the fireplace, clothed in a modern black dress, quite unlike her usual trousers and men's jacket. Even her hair is braided today. For the sake of this momentous occasion, she's behaving as reservedly as she can, though she often glances at you with gratitude. Father steps forward solemnly and makes a speech as the family watches in profound silence. Come closer, Gloria, and become a branch of the Brante family tree. Gloria kneels humbly before the man she has called Sir Robert all her life. He holds his hand in front of her face as the ceremony demands. From this day forth, you shall be a full member of this family. Your fate now bound with ours, wear your name with honor, and may the Brante family prosper with you. Gloria leaves a filial kiss on the fingers of his outstretched hand. Now rise, Gloria Brante. Slowly, gracefully, confidently, Gloria rises to her feet. For the first time since childhood, she looks and seems like your older sister with a smile. Father at last embraces his adopted daughter. As a parent, Gloria warmly responds to his embrace and hurries to you. Alexandros, we're legally brother and sister now. I owe it all to you. I swear I'll never forget what you done for me. I promise I'll be more careful from now on. I'll only do what's best for the families whose name I bear. You answer her without hesitation. Gloria has always been your family. All you did was make it official. Your sister kisses your hand in excitement. This is her day, the day she has been waiting for all her life. Good. I'm glad that you don't dislike me anymore. Whoa! -10 reputation. It's okay. It's okay. We don't need reputation. Make Gloria a recognized member of the Brante family. Let's go. Robert adopts Gloria and she becomes a full-fledged Brante. The Mark of Dishonor. Okay, there's a lot of events happening, guys. Recent events have dealt a crushing blow to the reputation of the Brante family. You have slipped into the realm of infamy and disgrace. So far, the noble families of the city have patiently endured your transgressions, but now you have lost faith in their eyes. Noble society is eager to bring your every dusty scandal back into the light. All offenses, ancient grievances, and naturally father's marriage to Lydia's Brante and Gloria Ignoble's origins, and they have surely not forgotten that the sons of Robert and Lydia Brante, Alexandrius and Nathan, were born out of wedlock. None of the nobles will ever say this is your face, of course. Their behavior will seem perfectly ordinary on the surface, but no matter where you go now, you will be followed by scornful glances and dismissive whispers. We have to accept this, and humbly bear this burden. All hope of being ennobled by the sword is lost. No matter what we do to restore our name, we will never wash away this mark of dishonor. I don't care. What? Will and unity? Well, I do care about that. Alright. Alright, where are they? Alright, fine. Branded by the Brante names dragged through the door, never to recover. That's okay. Oh. Alright. Mother recovers, Gloria, Brandon, and the family at peace. Honestly, I feel like we have done a lot. Family of means. Oh, we got to have somehow well 10. Gloria's bloodline, reputation 10. The family in ruins if we get well 0. Okay, I see. And the family falls apart if our unit is way too low too. But we're not gonna be able to be ennobled by the source. Which, I'll be honest, that's fine. Repentance. The last few months have been marked by a welcome absence of quarreling at the Brante stay. Your only concern these days is the price you have to pay for this peace. Today you come home late, wrung dry after a day of work and worry. Everyone is sound asleep. You are making your way to your bedroom when you hear a suspicious noise coming from Father's study. It is too late for Father to be working. You go to the door of the study, trying to tread softly and turn the knob. The room is brightly by the moon. You recognize your brother's clumsy silhouette above Father's desk in the moonlight. Nathan hears you come in and leaps to the side in fear. You see something glinting in his hand, Father's dagger. Oh, Alexandrius, it's you. Shoot. I just took the dagger for a moment. Don't worry. I know holding a weapon's against my law. I don't mean anyone any harm. If it's for me, actually. I just have to go to the twins. What the hell, man? Your younger brother clumsily turns the dagger around, holding it against his own body. You try to remain still. Nathan wants to take one of his own lives, but why? I'm not even sure how to say it, brother. I just can't find a place in this war. I'm always an outsider, always a waste of space. Isn't there some place for me in the twins? In the twins design? I can't stop thinking about it. I've been trying to understand them for so long. How am I supposed to live in their war? What's my place in their great plan? But I only made things worse. I meddled with the Markian sect, defied and rejected my lot, indulged in vice, but I found nothing there. The old faith, the new faith, Father's Mark heresy. They gave me all sorts of answers, but none of them worked. There's nothing else for me now. I got to see the twins myself and ask them. I know I'm an afford to their plan just because I'm alive, but I'll repent. I'll pray for their forgiveness. But the twins never forgive. You tell Nathan softly they never have and they never will. You'll be judged in the hereafter for every false step you take. Your younger brother slightly heavily. I know. Mother taught us that all our lives. But I still have to try. There's no other way. One of my life isn't too big of a price if it works. I can't find any use of them anyway. See you soon, brother. Hope it'll be different when I come back. A cloud passes over the moon. Father's study grows dark, illuminating only by the shining light of the distant pillar. Nathan's body contorts outward. He raised the dagger, aiming at his own heart. Do not stop, Nathan. This will make me lose willpower. Nathan will be hopeful, and your younger brother has his reasons for taking one of his own lives. I don't care, bro. You'll prevent your younger brother from acting on his reckless plan. I will get manipulation, theology. Nathan would be in despair and he would not like that. You prevent your younger brother from acting on his reckless plan. I probably should do that. Or let's see what else we have. Mother recovers. Nathan 3 or higher. Unity 1. Willpower +5. Okay, this is good. Manipulation 1. Eloquence 1. And Nathan hopeful. Surely you can find a way to... She can find a way to talk her foolhardy son out of this. Yes. Let's call Mother. You confront Nathan with a question he has not considered. What would Mother say about this? Nathan stops stunned, startled. His hand clenches, the dagger isn't moving and limb hanging in midair. Mother. You assume your younger brother that Mother will help him deal with his misfortune. You are going to call her right now. You keep your eyes straight on Nathan as you shout loudly for her. Your cry wakes everyone in the house, but Mother's the first to reach you. She's very worried. Twins Almighty, Nathan, stop, please! Nathan is frozen in place. His finger grips the dagger's hilt even tighter. Mother, I'm so sorry. Mother, I'm so sorry, Mother. I have to go there. I have to reach the twins. Just for a little while, I need them to hear me. Then call out to them from here. You don't need to be in the hereafter to be here, my son. Remember, they are always watching. They see every moment of your life. All you need to do is pray to them, my son. The twins are always at your side. Not only at the moment of death. Your life is their gift. And they watch every single choice you make. Remember how you felt their gaze when you were a little boy? You hear a dull ringing sound as steel clatters against the floor. Nathan has dropped the dagger. Yes, but why won't they tell me anything? Why is dying the only way I can be close to them? My dear son, you must not dare to demand anything from the twins themselves. All you can do is ask. All you are doing right now is demanding. Listen to me. Give me the answer. You cannot do this. You must address them in prayer. In honest, humble prayer born from the true in your heart. It's hard work, but if such is their will, one day they will respond and then you will find peace. Mother opens her arms for Nathan. He sobs loudly. His knees buckle as he nearly collapses into Mother's arms. It's a good thing your brother was at your side in this time of trouble. Twins bless you for this good deed, Alexandros. Nathan stops wasting time in taverns with suspicious characters. He spends every day in ardent prayer. The family watches the stars change in their wayward son with great surprise. And then one day Nathan shares a revelation with you. I spoke to them, brother. I was deep in humble prayer, not even hoping for an answer. But then I felt them listening to me. Felt it with all my being. It's like I left the mortal realm and went up into the heavens. And I dared to address them. I begged the twins for forgiveness, and the elder, he reached out to me. He wanted to respond to me. I know he did, but the younger's sword stopped us. It cut the bond between us, and it was like I fell back down from a great height. But I saw compassion in the elder's eyes as I fell, and he followed me. He shall descend again. He shall witness our suffering and bring his mercy, and then the world will change at last. Wow. Wow. Nathan found a new purpose in faithful service to the twin. And we prevent you from committing suicide, Nathan. But, good. Good. I'm glad that you're hopeful, man. Now we got Unity 10 again. Willpower. Maximum willpower, everybody. Manipulation, eloquence, silver tongue. We could be. Alright. Our eloquence is getting good now. Alright, give me a minute, guys. I'll check something real quick. Okay. The Inquisitor War that has become your second home now feels jarringly different. Jean is sitting on a crowd bench, all hunched over, her face in her hands. You can stand by her side, still unable to believe that this is really happening. Look, these are all case files. Retribution is inevitable. We will face the tribunal tomorrow. Without lifting her eyes, she hands you a couple of pages. Witnesses with my own eyes, as Inquisitor Alexandros Brante and his sister in Jean indulged in debauchery beneath the canopy of the sacred silver tree. Okay, so they caught us. Interesting. It is the initiation. Someone saw you that night under the silver tree. Patriarch Cassius insisted on attending the hearing, and Ulrich will pass judgment. Her eyes are full of angry tears. You reach out to touch her shoulder reassuringly, but Gina moves away. She breathes deeply and pulls herself together. Answer him honestly. The younger would be watching over us. Lying is out of the question. Should you acknowledge your guilt, or is there a way to escape punishment? Well, we have to tell the truth. Deny everything. So if we have one more eloquence, I could do this. You call accusation false and insist that someone is trying to slander you. Ash Ardush for tell the truth. So we only have 3 choices. You confess everything that happened between you and the Silver Tree. Jean would like that, but it's not good for the Inquisition power. Deny everything. Will give Inquisitor power. Eloquence, Jean, you call Inquisitor power. Okay, and Archjudgment will lead us for help, which will give us power minus reputation, which honestly it doesn't matter reputation by now. Diplomacy. Oh, we cannot be branded by dishonor, and we need to have Grateful with Milanitas. Alright, you confess everything that happened between you under the Silver Tree. Deny everything, which requires Eloquence 16. You call the accusation false and insist that someone's trying to slander you. Ask Ash to Minilis for help. You will need a powerful protector to get out of this mess. So let's see the stats. This isn't good. But you know what? We're going to tell the truth. That's fine. We're gonna lose some Inquisitor power. There are only a handful of people in the courtroom. They're all priests from various Anisoti shirts. You stand before Patriarch Cassius and Inquisitor Ulrich. The Inquisitor gaze is full of disappointment. The Patriarch, on the contrary, has a stream smile on his face. The image of the younger gazes at you sternly from the icon behind you. Let the tribunal begin. This shouldn't take long. Brother Alexandros and Sister Jean, you stand accused of engaging in a depraved carnal liaison with one another. Under the Silver Tree, no less. What sacrilege! The priests exchange whispers. You feel the blood panting in your temples. It is so, Patriarch. Still, this sensation might be well an attempt to tarnish our order and nothing more. A slander conquered by someone who harvests a grudge against the Inquisition. Brother Alexandros, beneath the gaze of the younger, tell us, your brethren and mentors in faith, what really happened? It is hard to kill calm. You imagine that they're not here. Ulrich, Cassius, the other priest, not even Jean's here. You look into the face of the younger and start relating everything to him, the whole truth. As bitter as shame as it is, you are indeed guilty and penance must be done. Yes, you sinned. You yielded to the feeling that overcame you. You deeply regret the incident, but it was the will of the twins that led you to it. And neither you nor Jean could resist it beneath the Silver Tree. It happened but once. It never happened again, and it could never happen again. The rune is silent. Cassius watches you intently, then lowered his gaze, concealing a grin. Inquisitor Ulrich nostrils flare angrily. What about you, Sister Jean? What do you have to say? Jean also speaks only to the image of the younger. She stands tall, very strained, her voice completely void of emotion. It happened just as Inquisitor Alexander said. I have nothing to add to his statement. I assume we will have to accept our punishment for this misdeed. We have here enough, Inquisitor Ulrich. What sentence would be sufficient for these sinners? Ulrich remains silent for a moment. In the name of the younger, I assign you the following penance. You will be imprisoned. You will each spend 3 months in solitary prayer. Your only companions will be the twins. Damn. The Patriarch knows approvingly. You leave the courtroom feeling exhausted. The sacred conclave is right around the corner. Do you think Patriarch Cassius could be the one behind this sensation? Doesn't matter, the younger's retribution is inevitable. It makes no difference who carries the punishment. You little... 27 years. Okay, we're close. 1 more year, guys. A storm on the horizon. For over a year now, Anisoti has been steadily simmering with unrest, like a soup pot over a well-stocked flame. Commoners flock to the squares in droves. The mobs grow bolder, demanding new freedoms and protection under the law. The law-straw insurgents commit brazen acts, hoping to overthrow the authorities. The noble gentry insist that every mob be dispersed by force. They are ready to fight for their ancient privilege, sword in hand. In spite of this enormous pressure, Overseer Gaius Tempest remained highly reluctant to allow any bloodshed. But the common people are already too desperate. Even the age-old fear of the nobility might is barely enough to keep them in check. More and more people are rejecting the laws and converting to the new faith. Not to mention other, but strangely more esoteric teachings and beliefs. New secret society and clandestine gatherings appear every day. Printed pamphlets litter the streets. Yet no one's rushing to subdue the citizens or punish the city. For now. Father Leonard has transformed the Temple of the Silver Tree into a new believer's stronghold. He is no longer afraid to break the ban on preaching the new faith. His sermon now openly challenged the old faith. It seems the Church of the Twins is unable to recognize his great mistake. The laws must be abandoned as relic of the past. The Twins granted everyone the freedom to choose their own path in this world, and I will not stop until this freedom is recognized through the Empire. The next Patron Magra must be chosen by the parish, not the clergy. This is the will of the Twins, and it must be ours as well. Lennar intends to amend the old order of the Church and become Patriarch. His opponents, however, are beset by internal struggle and strife. The Inquisitor is fighting a myriad of heresies, more of which appear every day. Not even the highest ranks of the faith are free from suspicions. The new faith, meanwhile, is steadily growing in numbers. People no longer fear being damned to the foot of the pillar for rejecting the divine design. I see. The streets are redless and dangerous. Minds and souls are beset by the confusion. The authorities argue and bicker among themselves. Conspiracies plague by the city. Time marches on, and the change is coming. It cannot be stopped. Can you find a way to guide it in the right direction? The weight of a new age now rests upon your shoulders. Oh, this is skepticism. New faith, follow the old faith. For over a year now, Anisoti has been slowly simmering with unrest. The feud between the states, between the old faith and the new, between the law of the Empire and noble tradition, tensions are all in time high, waiting for the slightest spark to catch fire and burn. Even your family's affairs have been affected by the growing unrest. It is during these troubled times that the future of your family will be decided. Father shakes you away early in the morning. He's excited, clutching a letter bearing the imperial seal of the Tempest dynasty. Wake up, son. Come to the sitting room. A letter has come from Overseer Gaius Tempest. He gingerly breaks the seal and unfolds the missive. To the Honorable Brante family, I, Gaius of the Tempest dynasty, Overseer of the province of Magra, have given due to consideration to your petition to have your bloodline ennobled by the sword. You are expected in one wing at Castle Erie, as are all petitioners for the sword, where you shall hear my final decision firsthand. After finishing the letter, Father turns to you. He looks fatigued. Well, son, it's time for us to be honest with each other about our family. What do you have to say about this? Where do we, the Brante, stand after so many years? What hopes do we have for the future of this family? The past severe years have been marked by many life-changing events. The rare joys, the frequent fights, the arguments, the attempts at peace and losses. Sometimes you have managed to change their minds, and sometimes you have not. But your decisions have made you realize what matters the most to you. The future of the Brante family must be decided here and now. Become ennobles by the sword, which we were not able to. Your bloodline has earned the right to be erected by the sword. Become members of the Overseer entourage. Your family will be noble by the sword and become members of the Overseer Gaius Temper entourage. So this is a better noble of the sword, I see. Reputation A, well was too little too. Family of means, glorious bloodline. You don't need that. You just make sure you don't have like the first up. Alright, preserve family. All hope of being noble by the sword is lost, but the Brante family will remain united. Okay. Gregor Brante won't like that. So it has to be higher than 3. Several ties with the family. Less than 2. The Brante family is a family name only. There is no reason to stay together anymore. Yeah, you have to stay above 3 unity as well. -2, -2, -2. So this is like the worst outcome ever. Alright, let's preserve the family, everybody. You reluctantly confess to Father what both you already know. It is clear what Gaius Temper's decision will be. Your family hopes of being ennobled by the sword are long gone. You have to maintain your family's reputation and fortune. You have to maintain your family's reputation and fortune and peace at home. It all proved too much to handle. After expending too much energy resolving the strife within your family, you have little strength left for the rest. With a slight sigh, Father agrees. You're right, my son. We couldn't weather the storm that came upon us. Who could even hope for a heritage title after that? I can only imagine how your grandfather must be raging in the hereafter. The Brante Patriarch uneasily considers what comes next. But our family is still together, still whole. It pains me to think that there were so many losses that could have been prevented. I must confess, at one point, I even feared there might be nothing of us left, but we're still a family. Very well, we will abandon the pursuit of the nobility of the sword for our descendants, and tend to the Brante family itself. Nathan peeks into the sitting room. His hair is tousled. Father, Alexandros, what happened? Nothing, Nathan. Life goes on, that's all. Your worried father embraces his 2 sons. The last of the embers that were once the letter from Gaius Tempest smolder away in the fireplace. Yeah, it was almost too much to bear, but your family ties have been preserved. The Brante family will live on. Absolutely. The reflection. This event is a consequence of your previous action. Inquisitor Power and Father Ulrich Master. There are mere days left before the sacred conflict. Every day as you walk the street of Anisode, you see reverence in the faces of his residents. They bow to you, some out of respect, others out of fear. The Inquisitor has never been so powerful in Magra. Ulrich summons you to his quarters. He has an urgent mission for you. You enter his cell and see your mentor reading a letter. He bears a seal with a will on it, a symbol of the Secret Chancellery. The Secret Chancellery has done us a favor, my disciple. They find one of Cassius' followers, Master Newman. He's a nobleman of the mantle and a famous scholar. Master Newman, you saw the name inscribed on the book about the Latari. Interrogate him and get the names of the other apostles who support the Patriarch. After the questioning, sentence him to true death. The heresy spawned by Father Mark must be obliterated completely. Taking 2 champions of faiths with you, You head to the scholar's house in the heart of Anisode. People dug down side streets upon seeing you. When you knock on Newman's door, his neighbors quickly pull the shutters. The young scholar lets you in shyly. How may I be of service, Inquisitor? Does the Order need my expertise on the cultures of ancient civilization? Instead of responding, you nod to the Champions of Fate. The first hour of the interrogation is entirely fruitless. The scholar stubbornly denies his guilt. He refuses to admit having any connection to Mark. Ah. Oh my god. To Mark, Cassius, or the Latari Society. You scrutinize the young man, trying to discern his weakness. You see carefully blush blonde hair, clear skin. Newman must take great care of his looks. You send for a mirror to be brought to the prison cell. Then you put the scholar in front of it and choose a suitable blade. I have heard of you, brother Alexandros. You serve the gods, and this service brings people suffering. But why do we need such gods? Why would we serve such gods? Why do you do it? People do not need this hideous fate, nor these cruel gods. They need a drop of humanity and mercy. You grab the scholar firmly by the hair. The sharp blade slices his flesh. Newman's nose falls to the floor. A shriek of pain echoes the thick walls. An ear, the upper lip, an eyebrow. The young man's well-groomed face is transformed into a hideous mask. Yeah? No, you will not let him slide into unconsciousness. Let him behold his new face, the names. Eventually the pain, the realization of his helplessness, and his imminent suffering break the heretic's will. He will name Cassius' closest associate as long as you stop the torture. Newman is scary away. You are left alone with your reflection. What? No, it was just a trick of the light. You did not actually see Ulrich in the mirror. It is just you. Your throat clenches at the thought. You hurry at the dungeon. Oh my god, we got so much. We got +3 Inquisitor power. You have a very long day ahead of you. Master Newman execution, arresting and questioning the people from the list. But you're not tired. There is no hesitation, no fear. Your path is clear. Nothing can stop you now. Yes, nothing can stop us, guys. The Triumph of the Will. This event's a consequence of your previous action. Inquisitor power, Father Ulrich Master. Mere days remain before the sacred conclave where Cassius' fates will be decided. After that, you and Ulrich will bring order to this cursed lands. The Inquisitor War has become the bulwark of the church, and the power you and your mentor hold over the city. You have come a long way. Your work is almost done. You enter Ulrich's room, but your mentor is not in his prayer cell. Prayer cell. There is a heap of papers on his desk, letters from the Inquisition of Eterna. You catch a glimpse of a torn envelope with Jean's name on it. Letters for Jean. Why are they here? After making sure you are alone, you quickly go through the papers. You see interrogation results, copies of letter, notes from sermons. On top of the pile, you find an excerpt from the Holy Rite of the Third Forbidden Volume of Isatis. These documents expose Ulrich as a servant of the will. With these papers, any Inquisitor could build a case for the Tribunal. So, have you examined all the papers yet, Alexandros? The Inquisitor standing behind you. Sister Jean contacted my enemies in Eterna and asked them to send her this. As you can gather, she suspects us. This could be a threat to our cause. But she will not act until she gets the papers, so we need not to worry. We have ample time to dispose of Jean. We will have time to deal with Cassius afterwards, of course. Will you eliminate Jean? I command you to answer truly, disciple. What? The collar tightens around your neck. Ulrich gaze fixes on you. Renounce Ulrich. Valor 12 willpower, -2 Inquisitor power, -20 willpower. Father Ulrich died by your hand. I mean... Plus 10 willpower. Jean die by your hand. You promise to do whatever he asks. Overcome Ulrich. Overcome Ulrich's will. You gather all your strength to break free from your master. Valor 12 or lower. And then Valor higher than 12. So below 12, higher than 12. Okay, so either we had to kill Ulrich or Jean. I'm so sorry, Jean, but we're not gonna disobey Master Ulrich. You promise to do whatever he asks of. You bow your head reverently. Your mentor's wills will be done. Excellent, Alexandros. Forget all your doubts. Your will is your weapon. Use it. You go to the chapel and Inquisition War. You know Jean prays there every evening in solitude. You send the champions of fate out of the war, under the pretense of searching for another supporter of Cassius. No one will interfere with your plan. It is late evening. Door clicks. You cross the threshold. Only the radiance of the faraway pillar illuminates the chapel. Jean is on her knees before the altar. As your shadow falls on her, you hear a fragment of her prayer. Oh, younger, guide him. Lead him away from the wrong path. Jean hears you step and quickly stops praying. She gets up, strains the kerchief on her head, and smiles at you. I was just thinking about you, Alexandros. Didn't expect anyone coming here such at a late hour. Have you been looking for me? Do you want to talk? You do not respond. Silence. Jean looks at you puzzled. Time seems to stand still. The smile disappears from Jean's face. She quickly jumps to her feet and grabs the silver slab. Jean's palms are burning white with a grow-white glow, but you won't give her a chance. On your knees. Your quiet voice fills the entire chapel. You don't scream at Jean. You don't need to. You are the will. You are the strength. There are no restraints, no shackles. Jean convulses in pain, her bones cracking, muscles cramping. She falls to her knees. A desperate scream bursts from her chest. Damn you, heretic, the gods will punish you. You raise your eyes at the face of the twins under the chapel dome. Jean is wrong. You and Master Ulrich are the true servants of the twins, and she must be silent. Unable to resist your voice, Jean stops screaming. You take the whip from your belt and approach her from behind. You wrap the letter tail around Jean's neck and start to strangle her. Oh, Jean whistles silently, unable to call for help. You read your sentence slowly. Inquisitor Jean dared to confront you and Master Ulrich. She had stood in your way, planned to destroy you. You sentenced her to true death. A sudden temple sinks your body. Do you truly have the divine power to execute anyone who resists your will? But another moment passes, and your doubt disappears without trace. Everything is as it should be. Convulsion stops. Jean goes limp and falls to the floor. Lysis left her fragile body. Now no one will prevent you and your teacher from pursuing Magra from Hersey and Cassius. Jane died at her true death by your hand. Yes. Tolerance of new fate. We have no tolerance anymore. We are the will of the gods. Bye, tolerance of fate. Willpower. Inquisitor Jean met through death at your hands. Yeah, you did. Walk the path of the will with Ulrich until the very end. You stand in the midst of a crowd by the temple of the Silver Tree. Your long path ends here. Nothing can oppose the power of the Inquisition, neither the regular authorities nor the high-ranked clergy. Everyone in Magra knows your name. It is sorry with Tredepin and fear. Good. You nobles try to put the commoners down. Well, I'm above you now. There is only one person who outshines you, our master, Inquisitor Ulrich. He knows no mercy, makes no concessions, and never stray from his path. Today Ulrich, the embodiment of the Inquisition, will pass judgment upon the Patriarch of the province. No one dares to interfere. Patriarch Cassius has been chained to a stake, beating mercilessly in racks, almost unconscious. He is to be burned alive. He will have no chance to speak. His congregation, so adoring just a while ago, will not have the courage to defend him. They are too fearful of the almighty Inquisition. His fate has been decided. There was no need for a sacred tribunal, no need for a lengthy hearing and careful collected evidence. These are but formalities, and by Ulrich's will, the Inquisition no longer needs them. In the middle of an enormous sea of people, surrounded by inquisitors and champions of faith, Ulrich seems invincible. His unarticulate loud voice fills the square. People of Anisode, for far too long, Patriarch Cassius has been poisoning us with his falsehood. Beneath the mask of a God-fearing priest hides an apostle, a heretic, and a renegade. Today, the Inquisition will remedy the error of the clergy, who allowed this heretic to become Patriarch. They will be punished for their mistake. The sacred conclave will no longer have the right to elect the Patriarch. Henceforth, this shall be the sole right of the Inquisition. I love this a lot. Silence! All you hear is a Bon Leonard's long cry. You cannot do this. The Patriarch must be elected by his flock. He must earn the trust of those who will follow him. Ulrich grins. This land is soaked in lies and filth, Abbot Lenar. The heretic you see behind me was chosen by the clergy of Magra. If your priest proved blind enough not to discern his heresy, how could mere laymen amass such an apostle? No, this is the Inquisition burden, to cleanse the cursed land of Magra of all heresy, and so it is my burden too. I must lead this holy campaign. Ulrich raised a torch above his head. You will bow before my will as you have bowed before theirs. You will obey my law as you obey theirs. You will accept my love as you accept theirs. Ulrich's words echo repellingly, resounding through the square. He throws the torch to the pyre. It is instantly ablaze. The crowd freezes. In his last moment, Cassius screams with his all might. Do not tolerate the will of another over you. Fight! There is no mercy in the prison of the twins, only cruelty. The deposed Patriarch's body writhes in the flames. The entire crowd seems to turn to stone, paralyzed by the sight of his demise. Their laces are masks of terrors. Ulrich steps forward and raises the colors above his head. You, the sinful cloak of a wayward patriarch, shall kneel and accept your new sacrament, not that of the sword or the lash, but of the color. For I give unto you a new lot, the lot of service to my will. You will no longer have the freedom to violate it. From now on, no other will exists for you but my own. I shall become for you both love and law. I shall lead you the narrow, yet straight path to the very peak of the shining pillar. For you, I am become both the elder and the younger man in flesh. A peal of thunder echoes his words. The sky darkens. The air quakes beneath your feet. Unable to keep their balance, the people fall to the ground, shrieking and crushing one another. Blasts of air blows in their faces. The wind howls furiously in the branches of the silver tree. You hear the sound of a measured tread. One step, another, another. My will is the Ulrich chokes on his own words as if it's an invisible knot has tightened around his throat. He's clawed at his neck, scratching it until he bleeds. Then he falls to his knees. My will. The fire behind him rises in a whirlwind of flame and comes crashing down upon the Inquisitor. Overcome by reverent awe, the people drop to their knees, but the flames do not subside. They surge at you, but you face the divine wrath without fear. Unbearable heat, then a scream. Your body turns to ash. What? Oh my god! Ulrich left the mortal world to face the twins' judgment, and he has suffered a true death. Patriarch has suffered a true death. The heretics will face the judgment of the twins and eternal torment at the foot of the shining pillar. Oh my god! The judgment of the twins. The pain relentless, finally dissolving in a blinding light. You are taken higher and higher still to the narrow strip to the shining pillar. This is where you belong now. You are so tiny compared to this all-absorbing radiant, yet you remain yourself even now. But for how long? Two dots grow brilliantly before you, gradually growing larger and more distant. You are taken towards them, faster and faster, inevitable, mercilessly. The creators reach out to you. The first figure is soft, wide and merciful. The love that emanates from it envelops you from head to toe. It radiates an endless warmth. The second figure is strong and powerful, commanding and noble. It is stern but just, a beacon of guidance, a face of protection, a merciless punishment for every misdeed. In their presence, you are but a pale shade, your will to live slowly fading away. The hour of judgment has come. Your soul is laid bare for the twin gods to read like a book, and with each line they read. You feel their indignation grow. They disapprove of the way you serve them, but why? Oh my god. We're facing the twins, guys. This is not good. But why? The twins gods respond. Too often did you reject their love, violated their law, and abused their will. And all nursery rhymes appears in your mind. Your sister used to sing to you so long ago. When the twins came down to earth, they brought lots for every bird. Let us count them. 1, 2, 3. The twins made them for you and me. Nobles rule and bravely fight. They protect us with their might. Priests work hard to understand, guide us by the twins' commands. Common people work and toil, always patient, never spoiled. Live your lot where you were born, to the day when you pass on. Know your lot and know the prayer. The sword of the youngest rises aloof. The immense blade ascends upon your pitiful mortal soul. Would you submit to this verdict? No, we will not submit to this verdict. We have two choices: stand against the twins, or humble accept their punishment. Theology 20. You need Theology 20 to survive too. No one can break your will, not even the gods themselves. Oh my god! Humble accept their punishment. You accept your punishment. It's true death automatically. We have Theology 20 and will minus 40 willpower. And we will get the shadow of the will. No one can break your will, not even the gods themselves. The lots are lies, stole everywhere. This is it. Ulrich's greatest mistake. He came so close to the summit of power, yet he still thought that serving the twins was his lot. You will not make the same mistake. You will not submit to no one, not even the gods. You are power incarnate. There are no limits. There are no chains. Love and law are merely the spawn of the will of whoever is strong. The sword strikes. The younger's blade slices through your soul, but leaves no mark. Your unbending will is to live is stronger still. You rise until you rival the twins in size, an ever-growing shadow besides the gods. You see a tiny crate behind them. There is a baby inside. The little creature is bawling, but when he sees you, smiles. Smiles his first smile. So awkward, yet so gently. As you meet the infant gaze, you bring a finger to your lips. Okay, we'll prepare for anything. My god, we had to be prepared on that one. Resist the will of the gods. Shadow of the Will. Inquisitor Power 10. Father Ulrich Master 2. Deaths 2. You follow Ulrich on the path of the will until the very end. And now we're done. No. Wait. What? Oh, okay. Do we get... Wow! Wow, I didn't know that was gonna be a game over. Okay, thank you so... Wow, wow. You know what? You know what, guys? That was great. That was great. There is another chapter that we could do, but I think that... this was a really good series, and I will take this ending as canon. I never seen this credits before, actually. Like, this seemed pretty new to me. Are these special credits on the computer, like... Alright, guys, well, give me a minute while the credits roll over. Yeah, don't worry, guys. Don't worry about it. Like, I mean, I can still see the credits on my own. I just needed to check something real quick. I like... the credits are kind of cool. Alright, so this is kind of telling us our life, right? Like, so we're a priest already? Okay. I like the images, they're kind of cool. That's probably the church burning. Okay, we're gonna let this play out because, like... What's this? When did I face someone with a knife? And we're like a warrior? What's happening here? The lots? Okay. I wonder if this is like part of our lives. Okay, there's lots and there's a sword. Thank you, dear player, for living through the life and suffering of Sir Brante. Amazing! What an amazing series, guy. I actually never got this bad before. So, yeah. Alright, so we did like... Alright, so we got like some kind of game over. Alright. I mean, honestly, that was a pretty good... That was a pretty good run. Alright, so definitely, guys, alright, so definitely, guys, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for game. All right, you know what? thank you so much for joining me, guys. And if you guys like this, please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you guys subscribe and you guys have a channel, I will also follow it. Put a big thank you on your subscribes, and I will be right there. Anyway, guys, like, I really hope that you guys enjoy the series. This was amazing. Like I said, there is another chapter if you take different paths, but this was the path that I wanted to choose to have. I think it was a really good path. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and I really hope that you guys really truly enjoy the series, and I will see you guys on the next time. Thank you. I will definitely have to think of a new series to play. So we have a few options, but yes, this was a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll see you guys again on the next time, Adventurers.